folks, and we are back. Look at this beautiful setup that we have. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And who do we have with us today? We've got
Steve.
Just Steve.
Steve,
You're
playing the
right.
part of
Steve.
Steve.
For the part of Steve. And over here we've got
Everyone else.
DM Adam.
Everyone else.
Oh, by the way, if the phone falls today, that's DM Adam's fault. He insists that we use only elastics, even though he has tape readily available.
I don't want your
readily available.
That's okay.
Readily
I said
available.
I don't want to do it. Go get the tape.
He
You do it.
removed the tape from supporting his phone
The tape
previously.
fell off of it.
He doesn't
Oh,
want
the
sticky
tape
stuff
fell
all over his ball.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want
correct.
sticky
Who wants
stuff
their
on his
balls to
ball.
feel like the
Oh God!
the elastic
I love it.
work better anyway.
And what do you got over
This serves a
here?
very different purpose.
What do you got over here? We got
Boomy the Kitty Cat Wizard.
Boomy the Kitty Cat Wizard. We got
Jay, soon to be introduced.
Jay soon to be introduced. We got
The muck-eating Thelonious Musk.
the muck-eating Thelonious Musk. We got
Sherrigan, the Paladin of Vengeance.
okay, cool. And we got I, this side, aka Carl, and I'm also to be introduced, I guess, at some point. All right, DM,
Allegedly.
give us the quick reintroduction, so we all know. Oh, mic check. I had to unplug and replug.
Oh, I popped my familiar back out of his pocket dimension.
We got two Adams, a Jay, a Steve,
He's wet.
Sorry about
Carl, and Matt, and Nathan. We got no mics.
No mic.
Didn't intend to die.
Didn't intend to die. You know what? I
When you ran in there, like
I thought I was hiding.
I didn't even think about the bag of holding.
here's your mic check.
I
Carl
thought that was
coming up.
I thought it was
No!
completing a quest objective. I thought that I was going and cutting the other end of the pipes.
Sound great.
Does it sound right? Are you sure?
Yeah, good.
This is our chance.
You have to have infinity.
All right.
Let me see myself in infinity.
You need to see yourself
I
in
don't need to
infinity.
see myself
Here.
in
There's infinity right now.
I don't need
We're going for it. Infinity. And beyond. Okay, cool. So Adam, give us the recap. What happened last time?
Okay,
Also,
so the
mute
party
the stream.
fled.
Can you mute the stream?
Yeah, mute the stream. Adam.
Oh yeah,
That's a rookie mistake, DM.
rookie mistake.
Mistake.
There we go.
One of you will be asked to go back and check it 100
Correct.
times. So the party encountered an elder god beneath St. Augustine's convent up the river from Baldur's Gate. They lost the cleric, they lost the bard, they lost the bag of holding that contained some useful stuff. They returned to the ship
It had all the stuff.
as they were
oh
sailing
no, my
down
pseudo dragon
river.
was somewhere else.
The mutated alien-like insect forms started like splurting out of the secret passageway that they had come out from. So they didn't see it first. The party didn't see it first when they approached St. Augustine's Chapel. They returned to the boat and they fled, and we ended last game as they were sailing past Twin Songs, I believe is the part of the map that is. This is the area, yeah, right here, yeah, Twin Songs. This is the area, just to recap for everybody, for Boomy mostly, where where that mist, they were having the campfires in this valley here, and there was that mist that was flowing off and into the town in this direction.
And we got reports of some weird stuff going down.
Right, and you did send people into the maze of tunnels here in Tumbledown, the river veins, where you had followed the cave back to a portal. Anyway, that's going way back. We all kind of know what's going on there. The party is on the ship. We had the last game as they were floating down here. You need to know that it's evening time. The party is rested. Everyone has their full hit points. I'm in the dock in front of the area where the flaming hand is. This being the training grounds and general offices of the Flaming Hand as far as their training facilities go. They do have other operations within the town, but this is the main area where they come for training. Commander Albright was missing and is now known to be dead. Party, this dock that is right here, which is the Flaming Hands dock, is vacant, obviously. And as the crew, Edward Grimley, for those of you at home who know who Edward Grimley is their contact in Parliament, who bought the ship off of the party and allowed them 3 days with it, no charge, as a sign of good faith and hope. They asked for permission to park at the Flaming Hand dock. You're also a member of the Flaming Hand. You're a member of the Flaming Hand. Vacant, since it's the only ship that we had. Assuming you're going to grant permission. You dock the boat. The crew thanks you very much. Says you still have a day and a half. We're happy to be at your disposal for another day and a half. This is what we can decide. We'll be here. Or you can, or if you discharge us, then we will just have to contact us and wait for us to return from wherever we are before we go the next thing you have for us to do.
I don't think we'll go on sailing. Go ahead, we'll save the day for
Much.
another time.
It's okay if we use this dock for now until we converse and find out which dock we head to. Perfect, thank you. So you are free to wander the city.
I will report to my guild master.
Okay, you report to your usual quarters, and your guild master is not there, and is actually remarkably vacant. There is a ledger on the table, and he's got lots of books in his office and stuff like that. Seems like he left in a hurry. There's still something in a vial boiling away on his alchemy set. That's left boiling away.
We can go to the main office. Is that L-shaped building?
Yep. This is where there was the mass slaughter inside.
Oh yeah.
You approach, and there are guards outside. They nod at you, and you know what you're walking into. And now it's been.
Oh, well, ask the guards if we're master.
He is inside.
Okay.
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 Okay. If you could, the old man is looking pretty tired. So anyway, they actually went inside the building. You and Chardigan and you, who are not wearing the livery of the.
No, but I've been allowed in.
You're not allowed in. Actually, did you sign up? You did sign up. So you do have some kind of badge of your.
I'm a legitimate entity. They know who I am.
Within the conglomeration.
We did that fairly early on.
Yep.
So. So you walk inside. The blood is still all over the walls. The painting has been removed. All of the treasure that was in there, Carl, that your character may or may not have. That's all been removed. And the area, the only part that hasn't been disturbed is the area around the cauldron, where the hobgoblin shaman was chained with her hands in the water, and her eyes, when they were white and staring off into space. The shards of her body and the shards of the old man's body still, they've been removed, but the stain, the blood of it. Blood and the mess of it all is, the spatter is still there. They are still investigating. They are trying to discern. You can see your master is very tired. He's like leaning on his staff, but he's like trying to remember, a spell that he's trying to cast. Having a hard time with where you guys are. And you guys walk in. There's no rogue. Representative for, there's no guild for them, right? You're kind of a lone entity. And Chardian, your master is not there. He would report directly to Commander Albright. Yeah. He's off dealing with matters of politics and stuff like that, more than likely, right? Because this, if anything else, being a paladin, you'd probably be highly aware of the optics of this lack of control that's going on. Especially to anyone outside, they're trying to do their best to kind of keep it as quiet as they can. Fortunately, you live near Brampton. Nice.
I didn't expect.
Yeah, look at the description.
Notoriously poor.
Yeah, the East Coast Lower City neighborhood, Branson is notoriously poor. The worst for residents seeking to serve Upper City denizens. The Flaming Hand
I'm
bought
going
this
to
property
use that the
cheaply
next time I
because
talk
they bought an
about,
entire
like,
city block.
East London. I'm gonna call it
Gentrification
notoriously
when they pushed
poor.
out.
There's a guy on the corner with a big bulbous belly with London tattooed, Baldur's Gate tattooed in an arch
right.
over his navel. Ever seen that guy in London?
Yeah.
With
Yeah, you've seen him. Nice.
With
No,
a
I've
shopping
seen 'em.
cart.
Mm.
So I'll go up to my master and let him know that we found Albright's, and I don't
Excellent.
know.
What would he do?
And I don't know if this is the location to have this conversation. There's other people in the room.
There are a few other people in the room. They're all working away, mostly keeping watch on the old guy. And he does have an assistant who is who's a gnome, and he's going around. He's not like you've not seen him before, but you recognize that for him to even be here, he's probably a representative of the fact that he's allowed in here. Got some kind of pull somewhere.
Security clearance.
So, he talks to them. He says, like, well, I'm going to leave with Boomy to discuss things further. If you could watch everything, nods and he will. He'll follow you. He'll follow you and the party wherever it is you guys want to go.
Yeah, we'll
If anybody wants to do anything in the meantime, we're not in obviously any kind of initiative.
So am I attuned with that?
If you choose to be, you did have a long rest. You have the option.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's maybe I got residency here, so I have an altar probably set up.
You kind of, so this is like one area where this is one of the headquarters of Flaming Hand.
Yeah.
This island, Sea Tower of Aldran, that is a stronghold. There's training grounds over here. You're also aware of where monks gather to train, like fighting monks, and they train in. Nothing important. Pay no attention. Oh, that's why, because it's here. Yeah, Galmoth's House of Mastery. That's
Okay.
so. That's where the monks and martial artists kind of gather and it's a large school. Although the fact that it's a large school, the number of applicants that are there training has dwindled because that's not of all the ways you could serve the Flaming Hand, whether conscripted or volunteering. Nobody wants to the life of the Flaming Hand demands a very strict regime.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go wherever
Okay,
use the time to attune myself.
you're Tempest, right?
Of course, I'll let.
Okay.
Time.
There is an area here. It would be this building here, where the younger paladins are trained. There is a shrine there, but if you're looking for your main shrine, I'm trying to remember. Anyway, I can't remember. That we'll go with the Watchful Shield. That work for you? That's where you go. It's the very far other side. To get there, but we're not in any kind of you disband with the party and head over in that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna very quickly say that I'm restocking.
Excellent. You are restocked with supplies. You come up to the gates, Sheridan, and they allow you through. Obviously, right away. any one of these gates that you want to pass. This separates lower city from the other. This area has, even though it's very steep roads, has very nicely manicured lawns. You know this is all very wealthy. This area over here is kind of like, although you're within the main walled city, this is like more slummy, and these are more just residential suburbs. Right. So you're over at your shrine, resting and attuning. However, what do you want to do with your just weapon?
Have some guidance, right? I'll ask.
So you head over there and you attune and you report. I'm assuming you look for your master and you report. Okay. When you make your report, what do you tell them?
Well,
The truth.
The
But I'm
truth
just looking for
about Albert.
the truth about Albright. Okay.
I won't fudge the truth.
Okay.
He had his arms ripped off, legs ripped off. There was no.
He wasn't coming.
He was not coming back. I gave him a warrior's weapon.
And you're actually you are praised for that, and they're like thank you very much. Like he's an honored member of our battalion, and he will be sorely missed.
There was nothing to bring back. Otherwise, I would have brought back
what
items.
What we were unaware that you were going out on a mission to locate Mr. Albright. Who did you travel with? They didn't know that they requested you, but they you know what I mean. Like they just know. Some people might know that you were sent out. But this guy doesn't know.
No. Did I know these guys prior to?
No, but give me an intelligence check. Okay. So you recall most details, but you keep having a hard time with the bard's name. Can't remember the bard's name. Okay. Like it's just like you're traveling with a bard, and they keep asking you, well, which bard from which, and you can't for life of you remember.
One bard's like any other.
Just getting sucked into oblivion.
I think the bard just kind of joined on.
But you know that you've had conversations with the bard.
Yeah.
And you would remember the name. You find it with your 17. It strikes you as odd that you just can't recall.
Can't recall the name.
Can't recall the name.
Can you recall the cleric's name?
Yeah, because you rolled a 17.
Okay, so the cleric's good. Okay. So
it was like one or the other. I looked down first. I saw it or even.
I would argue that it would be hard to forget a character like
I wouldn't argue
Dragonlord.
Everyone was eager to forget it.
I was going to say, we're trying really hard, though.
You can try as hard
Forgotten
as
in
you
the
want.
90s.
Can't remember what his favorite color was.
No. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
turquoise
the worst
Sure
thing
was-
possible.
and then purple. Maybe.
They're within the same hue, but just not.
There. So, you get back to the wizard to his chambers, where he's shocked that geez, I left that thing boiling. When he looks at the flask and he puts it aside, turns off his burner. Yes, that's going to have to be cleaned out. He instantly adds some water and some other thing from the vial. Asks you to regale, to tell him the tale.
I'll tell him the tale. So the cleric was more concerned with keeping his.
Could be an intelligence check. Here you go. I decided.
You just said it didn't last long.
Is this one like a black? Is this one like a black licorice?
Like a cherry. Like a grape.
Same grape.
Black licorice.
Yeah, same kind of black licorice represent.
So yeah, you remember. You remember the cleric's name, and then you tell the story.
How could you forget?
And when you start describing however you would describe those like creatures, like tentacles and all that stuff. Who was it? Oh, it was. Let's see. Who was it who recognized the bark.
I think it was me.
I mean,
I
on
remember-
the ship, Sheridan and I would have.
I remember the emblem you had mentioned when I killed the one, something on the carapace that I.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
it was the
that's-
coloring,
yeah.
of
Was
the
it coloring?
characters, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a symbol. Or
No.
Like an action.
No, it was just like that. It was the
Same.
same coloration
Right.
that was on the other.
I don't
other
remember.
grubs.
I
Yeah,
don't remember if you told me an actual color.
Yeah.
Though, but you did
No,
mention
it's just
that
like
kind
it's just the banding, like
Right.
beige and brown bandings on
Yep.
it. But they're large.
of Leviathan.
Yeah, they're like this large, right? They're pretty big for grubs.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have put it on into detail on the ship ride back
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah,
what
I
was
was
in there. 'Cause I only ever saw the tentacles.
Yeah.
What was there?
So everyone's aware of past that. Okay, so you tell him the story. It takes a while to relay it all, and he asks you a bunch of questions about like what happened to Menagerie, which you heard, and you get all the information. He said it's unfortunate that you didn't have a chance to investigate the area further. I haven't heard of St. Augustine's or anything happening at that old since I was like 5, and they shipped my sister off to St. Augustine. She was 10 years older than me.
Wayward lass.
Yeah, that's the last I saw her, and he's like 80 something. Right? He's old. Because you fulfilled really come back, you lost. So yeah, you reported. You guys have run like what do you guys want to do in the
New
city of
Explorers
Waterdeep?
pack.
Okay.
Restock.
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 Grab an
We don't
explorer's
need to-
pack.
That kind of actually.
So yeah, you would have had a +1 item.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and the starting gold for a level 5 character.
What could I have?
We'll
We'll get there.
Luckily, I spent my gold before we
so it would be
And you put all of the things you bought into your.
Well, luckily, I
Jay, you
I
have
a ring.
the same chances Carl had. Okay. You start with your +1 item and 500 gold.
Let it be known, I have not bought it. I didn't end up buying one.
You
so
still,
I-
yeah,
I
you still
my
have
own.
all your 2 grand, right? So no, you guys have reported, and they're going to take some time to get back to you. The investors will come out to you when they digest that information, right? And disseminate it. Cardigan, you've healed yourself. You are attuned to your item. Did your sword need, or what did you attune to? What was your other +1? Sword?
I have a sword.
Doesn't need a tuning. Okay. So do you guys meet back up? Does someone report something to Edward Grimley or no?
Yeah, I'll head back that way when I'm done because I think I'm just restock on the basics.
Bothering you somewhat that you can't remember.
Yeah.
So you
I'll inquire about it with Boomy when I get back.
No, it was groovy.
okay. So you return, and are you guys going to Low Lantern is an old ship that you could enjoy a meal on, or whatever you guys want to do for the day. Or for you arrived in the evening, you went and reported. Got the night. It's night, right? So you guys you've done your reports. It's nighttime. You can return to the general quarters here.
He's given me a couple spells to get the
Yeah.
gold up.
Yeah, you've got all your stuff. And you guys rest for the night?
Plus
Yeah.
it's not open. See how we're
Yeah, we'll get
Because I
together
know
for
it's
a
open.
beer and then
So
we'll.
just pass it
Yeah, I
around.
went to my temple because like on my level up, I have
I don't
I
need
now
to
have
eat
aura
too
protection.
Oh, that's within 5 feet of you or 10 feet?
10
Oh,
feet.
that's a fucking. I remember that. That's
lovely,
Come back,
lovely
come back.
thing.
Yeah.
So everyone gets now if you're within 10 feet +3. So that's my
+3.
Plus three
plus
to the
3
saving
bonus
throws?
to all saving throws.
All saving throws. Is that
And to
passive
myself.
or do you have to cast it?
Don't have to cast it, just my
That's
aura.
just badass.
We're gonna build a
I don't
little
really
rickshaw
like
and you can just pull me around.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
Behind
no
you.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, the
like,
wizard in particular.
weld
needs
it
to
right
stay
onto
close,
the side of my plate mail here.
You
So
guys
don't
don't have to
have to
go
put your
around.
hand free.
Attach rivets.
Nice.
Right?
Circle.
That's how I do Skittles.
I don't like this. I don't like regular Skittles.
Oh.
I like the tropical. That's what my wife likes.
Yeah,
Blue
sure.
pack.
For those.
Rochelle loves these. She's no longer on them.
longer
She's
what?
no longer eating them because they're American.
Mhm.
Oh, shoot.
Stuck with Canadian
Everything's
gummies.
American.
Kingdoms.
So we're not having much of anything.
All your vegetables and shit are from America too.
No, not
Yeah.
anymore.
Fish
we're
is
like
not, by
potatoes
the way.
now. Potatoes and beans.
Fish is not.
Adam knows my feelings. I will
Scallops.
refrain from bringing anything up.
Scallops are the only thing.
Yep, I've got one medium out and big out.
And it's from Boston, so really.
So,
Just golf, buddy. We'll talk politics.
Fucking
Fucking Mark Carney.
I'm
Fucking Mark
excited
Carney.
again.
Oh, I'm
Well, okay.
I'm okay with trying.
Yeah. So,
I like the cut of his jib.
the morning comes. You have a very restful sleep in your own beds. And the day is yours. So, get up, and I'm assuming you would go and report to your master. I forget what I named him. I use him so.
Yeah, I don't even know if we really gave him one.
Edgar. Edgar. Why not? I like
His last
Edgar.
name.
Oh, I've already had Edgar. I already have
Oh,
Edward.
We had Edgar, Edmund, and Edward all in
That's
one.
right. Fine, Leon. His name's Leon. Leon.
Leon, formerly
That's it. Leon Edgar is his name.
Ed.
Does he sell cheap couches?
So, you go and you report them, and now that you've rested, right?
Yeah.
In the time, the short time that you guys were gone, like the day and a half you were gone, strange happenings began happening over at the Twin Song on the far side of town over here. Strange goings on happened at this far side of town here again, where the mist.
Right, and I would have reported all that last time.
Yeah, and you did, and they've got people kind of investigating tumble down this area, and they going in the river main, just kind of seeing what they can see. People that's now there's lots of people there. They're not finding anything now that everybody's there. Like there goes a presence, they're not finding anything. But last night, 4 young people went missing. 3 females and 1 male, and they all happened at different areas of the town, but all, as far as we can tell, at the same time. 15 or so. That also last night there was a disturbance at the Menagerie, where the animals all began like growling and braying in unison and acting strangely. Now, this morning, 2 owl bears have been reported dead within, and they are asking for any kind of assistance in finding out the source of it. Now they have they've requested Formesh to go and look for a source of whatever's going on. He's a druid who lives in town, but any other assistance, especially in the wake of what's going on with the optics of the flaming hand, we'd appreciate having more of a presence on matters like
Foreigners, that's
so. If you would please go and investigate Twin Songs, find out more about what you can, and on your way, pop into the Menagerie and offer to lend a hand if you like. You'll get obviously rewarded more for the more quests you do. Bulletin board, 50 gold pieces for this. All right, are you guys looking to buy anything else or explore anywhere in Baldur's Gate?
We have 100 gold left.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm good to go to the Menagerie whenever my compatriots are.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do we have anyone to bolster if we lost one valuable member and the cleric?
Not being valuable, but he was
Loud?
Regrettably, a majority of our clerics are out doing charitable work for the city and doing what we can to keep relations good. So if you could, if you find some and you want to repurpose them, by all means, let us know first. Like, send them back to report to us and have them do that. However, we do have this strange person who came in asking about Ricard Noir, and he has.
We don't want him.
Strange.
He's just been hanging around. He knows that people around here know something.
What's his favorite color?
No, I've never asked him.
It's his
I did ask
gentler, kinder, more polite brother.
But he's here, and I'm sure he'd love to talk to you. Maybe he loves a strong
A
word.
humble man named Root.
Yeah, not very humble.
But he's out by the cleric's quarters, probably bothering them.
Oh, my necklace. Do you have something that we can contain this in? Because it was being tracked. Is
It's
there
still
way-
being tracked then. My God, what's it doing here?
Well, do you have something we can contain this in? If I still had my bag of holding, I would have put it in there. But
I can hold on to it for safekeeping if you like. I'll keep it with me, and I'll put it into another bag of holding. But so he takes it from you.
yeah, and we need a way to reverse
What is
track
this
it.
thing?
So I
Yeah.
would have explained.
Oh, you would
So,
explain.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he knows. So he appreciates this could potentially be a very dangerous thing, and he puts it in he goes and gets a bag of holding.
And if you can figure out a way to track the others, maybe we can keep this out of our enemy's hands.
We shall, or at least I shall get scrying on it shortly. After as soon as I'm done with my investigations there, but I appreciate the break you granted me, and I'll go talk to the back at the murder scene. So you guys are free to go and do what you go and find out this person who's asking about him, or no? You don't have to.
Who are we not seeing next week?
You head over towards the area where
We'll go fly.
you go over to the area where Drakkar was supposed to be reporting, and didn't. And outside that building, you find.
So you find an old man dressed in heavy plate mail that bears this figure, a very demonic figure on the actual shield itself that he's wearing. And he's dressed very similar to how Drakkar Noir actually used to be. and he's looking for Dracarnar's quarters to try and find out, hey, what happened to Dracar? Because there's something actually wrong, and he's been reported to look for. He was instructed of something by the name of Boomy, and there was a paladin involved, and there was another character who also might be part of the problem. There was some rogue, and yeah, so there were other members within this party that I've also come to find.
And
I look right at you. Are you within like visible range? I look right at you and I say, "You must be Boomy," in an old man voice. "You must be Boomy." And when I say old man, I mean like we're talking late 40s and stuff like that. So we're talking old for like, and his skin, when you look at it, you know those people who they go into like tanning beds too young, and so their skin looks more like tan
Kinda
than it
looking
should
orange,
actually
yeah.
be.
a
It's
little
kind of like
leathery.
a little bit more like rhino-y, and it's like a texture. You
A
can
bit
tell
of
that
orange hue to
you can
it.
tell that this man looks like he's been
Rhino-y.
out walking in a desert for a very long time with the way that his skin itself is
Kind of
almost
like a David Carradine
hardened
kind
in
of
front of him. A David Carradine kind of look? No,
Yeah.
not that, not quite like that. No.
It's not Bill, yeah.
Who was that? I'm trying to remember that old actor who was known for having like Clint Eastwood. That's
Yeah.
The sound apparently. Is
But
not
he says,
great
"You
right
must,
now.
you there.
Oh,
you're
it's
Boomy."
quiet.
And then he
It's
points.
quiet.
What's your
Quiet.
character's name
Michelle's
again?
listening and it's not.
You're Thelonious, and
Can we
you're
check the mics?
Sheridan. So I point to each one of your characters without you introducing yourself, and I say your names basically.
Sing it.
Yes, I'll come
cuts
looking
in and
for
out.
you.
Oh, Carl, the mics are hanging out.
The
Or
mics are
like
coming in.
it'll be fine and then it'll be quiet.
All right, so I'm gonna do a reset by pulling it out
you guys are
and then
talking
putting it
about
back.
Yeah.
Pulling it out
What did she say specifically?
and putting it back.
Oh.
That's a bit
So
quiet.
I
at
sure
times.
smell.
You know what? I'll take off the blue. I'll take off the blue protectant. I don't think that this does anything.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a new one because the old one broke, unfortunately. This fellow one broke, so I had to buy a new pair of the exact thing that we used to use.
So when you were inquire about the clerics, Adam, so as you guys inquire about the clerics, they tell you that they have gone to the Church of the Last Hope in Twin Songs, where they are trying to elicit aid and gather a party to go looking for missing youths.
Youths. Got no cat in the word.
Yeah, so we'll introduce.
Did it work? Do you want to go and check and see if the audio is working now?
Baboom. Yeah, it's working.
Are you sure? Is the audio working for sure?
Heard it. It's fine.
Maybe it's just some of the mics because it's quiet at times, is what she said.
When you're talking,
Is
or Adam's
Luna the
talking.
drow? No?
Yep. Draw.
Ah, very cool. Good day, Rochelle.
Hello.
Yeah, Luna.
All right.
Okay.
Luna was fun.
So
my character says that he's off to find it. Almost feels as though my master Asmodeus, whose power is great and vast like that of an ocean, as though there is a stream that
So you being a
flows away
paladin,
from him.
Are you, with you being a paladin and Asmodeus, how paladin are you? That makes sense.
Well,
What
I
do you
point to
consider
us
God was Tempest.
my god is Tempest, so I'm lawful neutral. He's lawful.
Oh, lawful neutral.
not
Okay.
too
No,
sure-
no,
I'm not too
I'm
sure
evil.
what his
I'm lawful evil. So at least we're both lawful.
So,
But
It's usually
And maybe
Because you'd be able
paladins.
to check it.
I'm thinking of paladins from like previous
I say,
where they had to be
editions
good.
where it was like hardcore. So I
no,
don't
I
I'm
know.
say-
kind of,
oh, their
Wow.
friend. I say, oh, their
Wow.
friend. Fear not. Asmodeus is just here, and he's misunderstood amongst the people. He is
Why
not
would you-
here to be a good guy or a bad guy. Asmodeus exists in order to continue to fight off the demons. He does us all a great service with he and his army, who are constantly fighting the demons in the abyss to prevent them from bursting through to the primaterial plane. We should all be thanking Asmodeus for the service that he is doing us right now, my friends. Let us rejoice, for Asmodeus is amongst us by merely the fact that we all still live.
Like a nice set.
Thank you, thank
So
you.
we're heading to the menagerie then? We're just gonna keep walking. What is your name, by the way? Have you introduced yourself yet, or is it just all long
Is
winded?
he just Asmodeus worshiper number 2?
My name is Sauvignon. You may call me V. Last name Blanc. Yeah, Dracar Noir. He was a brother to me.
I'm a big glass of blue.
Literally?
Let's just say Asmodeus does have a way of trying to recruit those who belonged once to my father.
We
All
all
brings him
brethren
great
in
joy.
the eyes of the Lord.
But once I've seen the light that is Asmodeus and the work that he puts into keeping us all safe, my friends, we must all thank Asmodeus. He's the only one that holds back the tide of darkness that could at any point in time burst forth onto this plane.
You're walking.
He is our defender.
I haven't
Can you
stopped
talk to us?
clapping.
Would you have time
Polonius has
today
not
to talk
stopped
to us about our Lord and Savior Asmodeus?
We should all give thanks
I
to
have
Asmodeus.
pamphlets.
He is all that lies between us and the thin
Now-
veil that separates.
Again,
Just tell me what you're like.
Planes.
Until you're.
So divine sense.
Yeah.
Right. I can sense celestials.
And is that like something you have to
Beings
do,
and
or is
undead.
that always on?
I think it's
doing it.
as an action. So it is an action.
But it doesn't cost anything.
Doesn't cost anything. I can do it basically 1 plus my charisma modifier per day.
Remember the last time when you got Dracar Noir's kind of feel? And
Yeah.
that's when you knew Celestial? You get the same feel off of Sauvignon Blanc.
Bloody stuff.
Well,
Another ASMR.
So divine sense lets you know
Fascinating.
what exactly.
It just more a sense of. I
Well,
can
no, you can't
sense-
know where they are.
I
or
don't.
they're-
Well, I can't know that. Like for instance, the way they describe it in the book, I know there's a vampire around the corner. I don't know that it's Straw.
it's not behind total cover.
Yeah.
Within 60
He's
feet of
right
you.
in front of me. So. Yeah. And even as I'm walking away, like I'm sure I'm not like 60
Phil
feet
likes your
away
name.
from him, but-
Yes, you get
Sauvignon
the.
Blanc?
I think it's close.
Yeah, it's a.
To go Dracar Noir.
I
Any
get a-
French
I get a
teachers in
feeling,
this
right?
place or what?
Yeah.
Hallowed ground, consecrated ground.
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like
yeah,
that.
need to get
yeah.
That?
So again,
Ah, oui, c'est vrai.
anything
On a eu
like a
une
fallen
conversation.
celestial, you get that
The
same
dernière
kind
fois.
of sense
Okay.
from Sauvignon.
It'll be changed. man.
Sauvignon.
Empty void
You
of soul.
Yes, Dracar foolishly led us into death.
ever so
Ah,
briefly,
Brother Dracar, you understand not his motives.
aside from
He tried his
and
best to keep
familiar,
you all protected, and he succeeded by
Faye.
virtue of the fact
Did you
you all
recognize Faye?
encountered
Celestial
an,
figure
an elder god and yet live, do you not?
you get
That to
the
me sounds like Dracar Noir.
sense,
has
a brief
done good.
sense of something
Because I chose not to follow him, then I survived.
Yeah.
and that's gone.
But I will say this, Dracar Noir, his
Nearby.
essence, it still
Within 60
survives,
feet of
and that
you.
is why I've been sent by Master. For there is something
And then
that
it's
continues to siphon the link that the Master
And it's
has
like
with Dracar Noir at this very
going
moment.
to the
And it displeases the Master. Like I said, he is an ocean in his
going
power,
to the northeast.
but even a stream
Is
that
that the
flows off of
direction
him
that we were
weakens
heading,
him,
or
and
we-
that cannot be
Yeah.
tolerated.
now, since you
That-
took
We must
the
find
action
the
to do it,
stream and plug it.
you
That
don't know how
thing was, like,
long this thing
keeping,
has been watching you
Albright
until
alive
you
for
use
the
it.
purpose of drawing
Right?
on him.
But
He
it
was doing the same
seemed
thing
like
to
The second,
Drakkar
so
and,
as soon as you felt it, like
ever-
shortly
ever-
after, it's
ever-
gone. So it's like it knew that you felt
I
it,
knew that I was.
and it moved out.
Right.
Well, Dracar would be a juicy source of energy, considering that
Absolutely.
he's got like a link
That's
to.
what I'm saying. I'm telling
That's
you
what
that,
I'm
saying. And it was like
that he's probably
feed
still
like,
being
but
kept
it was
alive in some way.
Just to
More
be constantly
cold. Yes,
drained,
correct.
like what vampires
like,
do to like
more
humans. Sometimes
cold
they'll
and,
chain
like,
them up, they'll drink,
vacuous.
and then they'll leave them alive to replenish. Then they'll drink, then they'll leave them alive to replenish.
You can imagine vacuous.
Well, that's the direction.
It
I'm
tastes
heading.
like the color 9.
That's the direction I'm heading. Now.
So you head in that direction. You arrive at Asmodeus Gate.
Did he just like walk away from us?
I started walking that way.
As soon as he started explaining all about Asmodeus and getting praised for other god, he walked away.
Started walking that way. I sensed something.
I
fiendish.
continued unfettered with
Yeah,
my
you did.
with my praise of Asmodeus, despite what was
Very well.
happening around
Very
me.
well. and you approach the basilisk gate.
I'll be following.
So you guys, as you guys approach the basilisk gate, it is open. It's the daytime. The gate's open both sides, and you head through to the menagerie. Head through to the other side of it, which puts you at the gate, the open gate there.
Sauvignon
This
come with
being
us?
the side towards the dock,
Sauvignon follows.
and that
Okay, we're all
being
going.
this being the gate. Everything that's here is the gate.
And so we can place where we are.
Yeah.
You have my same model
Be a
as
little
last time.
fancier.
by chance, Adam?
I was trying.
You want
I'll
to
be
use
a
the
little-
same
I'll
one,
be a
Carl?
little
You got
less
it
than
different.
No,
You should paint one, Carl.
I like that one. Yeah, what I told you when your 3D printer's working, I've got a model design.
I
You
was
should,
gonna say,
you should
I should
paint
have
one.
brought the other one.
You want this one?
No, does it have a big head?
Oh, the head.
No, if it has a
No.
big head, the answer is no.
You want
The
Tim
one
the
I showed you,
Enchanter?
the one I showed you.
You want Tim the
I took it out of
Enchanter?
my
No,
bag
I
that
want
day.
the one I was using before.
No, use something different,
Why?
Carl.
Why?
Never painted
Why?
anything
Why?
before.
Like, what
First
kind of
go,
clear-
it's not bad.
Show me your
Yeah,
options.
awesome.
Show me your
I should
options.
show you
I'll
my
decide.
first mini iPhone.
Oh yeah, like pitch
That was-
thick paint.
Yeah,
and
that
then-
was back when you did not
Which
thin your
one?
coats.
Three of those.
There was
Like
no
that,
two
caster
coats
side.
going on.
What? I need to see if I can-
Yeah.
It was right out of the
So I
pot.
can use this guy.
I
These
feel
are
No,
like
it's
pretty
not
good,
exactly the
but
same.
like
I know, don't use
Adam
those guys.
walked
These
through the
casters.
entire thing.
Yeah, he did it.
Came out looking really good. I was like, oh,
Okay.
okay. But he's like, do this.
Oh yeah, that
I
guy's
started
kinda
out
cool. He
slow,
doesn't
and
have
I
a
did a
proper
lot of,
representation of his
I did a lot
weapon.
of the paint.
Yeah,
One
it's
issue.
well, nice.
Who is
Yeah.
this guy?
Very cool.
He's not an old man.
This guy's got a rat.
Yeah. The best I got was an honorary.
Oh, I've used this model before.
I won at Games Workshop.
Alright, yeah, sure. No, no. I want this
Yeah, I
one.
played games with some of those guys that like
You
easy
played them
cake
before?
jobs.
With this guy.
Oh,
I don't have the time or the patience.
I know
for
the
some of
other
this
guy I
stuff.
did.
Have like a
get.
ball.
I do. I don't have the
Yeah.
I'll do this. I'll redo the
I don't
skin.
have
My eyes
pan.
are blurry.
hands
I can't see.
So since then,
That's an issue I had playing
I,
pool.
So-
I've broken this thing.
Visualizing.
You guys are all.
Getting
You guys
used
are all
to
Where are we all?
focusing
at the
end
open
on
gate.
focus.
At the open gate.
It
here
dawns
we
on me
are.
now that I built this backwards.
Dun, dun, dun. He built it backwards.
So let's do this. This is down there. How's that? Do we need this? This is in front of Nate.
Oh,
Actually,
so this is where we
I
should.
mean,
be.
I don't understand
Yes.
what's happening right now.
I built
Oh,
it
just-
backwards.
Is that okay though? Can't you just leave it like this?
I can, but
Why don't you just leave it like this? What's wrong with that?
Because this is supposed to be down.
this is the other side.
No,
I built it backwards.
Because
This is
these
the other
buildings
side.
and everything like would be a near.
We're,
would
let's
be on
just
the
pretend
left-hand
like
side.
we're looking at it in a mirror image. Like that's all. That's all.
Let's
that
just
we're
pretend.
doing.
Let's
Yeah.
play pretend.
Come on. Like,
We're,
this is,
that's
and you
what
know how
we're
much I
here.
hate to use my imagination,
I'm fine.
but
I'm
even
saying
I
fuck you.
consider this. fun.
But okay, so we're coming at it this way. Fine. Just remember that this side is most importantly. This side is the hill. I just
What
realized
side? All right,
everything
say that
about
again. So what
This
side's the hill?
side is the hill.
So this side right here, like what you're looking
It's
at right
mirror
here.
image. So our
This
side,
is the
Carl,
hill?
is the
Yes.
hill, and
Okay.
this fence
Yeah. so
represents the long wall that leads to the
And
menagerie.
we're walking
Right.
this way towards the gate.
You
Oh, we've left
come
the gate.
through the gate.
So now we're coming.
You were
this way.
welcome through the gate. The gate is open on the other on this side, and on that side you see two guards, both wearing. These are not flaming hand guards. This one has stopped talking to someone with a cart. He's asking questions to somebody inside a cart. There's another knight on horseback. These are the Baldur's Gate actual guards. Right. Not
Which I think are actually the flaming.
I'm not using that actual cannon. I don't like, away with that cannon.
Away with the cannon.
Away with
I tell you, there's no dragon buried underneath the hill either. But I will let you know that there's no dragon buried.
But will we meet Baldur?
But that's
There's
what
a
he's
hill.
saying with his
There is a
words.
hill.
That
There
doesn't
is
necessarily
a
mean
hill.
that that's
I'll
what's
confirm
actually
that there
happening.
is in fact a hill.
You can't be trusted. Don't listen.
It seems like a hill. It might be a hillock.
All right, that sounds more plausible.
there is a pile of shit.
Could be a mound.
Yeah. You see before you a hill. I spend the next 30 minutes examining the hill.
Yeah.
All right, hey.
Okay. So
What
yeah.
did you guys
So
do
this
today? We
long
checked out a
wall
hill.
is the long fence that is the edge of the menagerie. You move those buildings, Jake. Yeah. Did you move them? Move them or no?
Did I move them?
Yeah.
I think they were there. Like,
No.
Oh,
I haven't touched
Put
them.
some
Not-
back. I
not-
just put some further away. Oh, that's right. This is a road. Okay, so
There's main road, that right there. Give it some view time. Those little houses, a little bit of view time. They haven't got any view time.
okay, so
Behold, humans who might watch this.
that building over there represents a small shrine, mostly for clerical duties, not clerical duties, writing on paper, but clerical duties for the masses. This is outside the city of Baldur's Gate. As I said, this area here going around the hill are all like subdivisions, right? This whole strip here is referred to as the Stony Eyes, and that's what this whole strip is here. The Menagerie is closed. You can hear someone ringing a bell and a group of people gathering at the entranceway to the Menagerie, Carl, where someone is right in front of you, where they are
These guys.
ringing a bell, stopping people from entering. The gate's closed. It's locked.
Right here, this menagerie.
This is
So,
a
would you like me to physically represent that the gate is closed? As you can see, the gate is open.
because stuff moved.
I've now closed the gates.
That's
had,
so cool.
Look at that representation.
thing.
Did you see that, guys? I can
That's
actually
awesome.
move the gates.
Make sure it's locked so
That's
that
so
it's not open.
Look at that.
There you
And
go,
now
it's
it's
locked.
locked.
There you go. So
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
keep you scattered. These commoners around. They're having random conversations. Actually, just put them in groups of two wherever you like. For now, they are unimportant.
How about now? Still unimportant.
Are we there yet?
Now they're important. No. So you guys are walking. You guys are like entering through the gate here. Jay,
Yes.
you find yourself trying to get into the menagerie and being barred entry.
Is there an explanation?
It's closed. The animals are sick or poisoned, and it's not open to the public. We have a druid, the very druid that you're looking for, named Tormesh, who is in there working, looking at the animals, working on a solution. But we don't have time for. We can't have visitors in here. We don't know what the cause is. We don't know
Oh, so
what
am I having a conversation?
yeah, I'm just saying. You're trying to get in, and you asked me why you were.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, no, you can't come in. I'm sorry, it's closed.
I want to look at the animals.
No, we have a rather high-ranking druid looking at the animals as we speak. Actually, what more aid would you have?
I've never been to the big city. I wanted to look at the animals. We don't have nearly these many
I'm
animals
sorry about your luck,
in
friend.
Menagerie Hill.
I'm sorry about you. I'm sorry about your luck. I'm sorry about your luck, friend. But today the menagerie is closed. Perhaps you would like to stay at the inn. You're wearing fine clothes. I'm sure you can afford a night at the inn.
Oh, I suppose I could afford the night at the inn. Is there anything I could do to help? I like to be the helpful sort.
Unless you've been requested specifically, sir, I cannot let you through.
It's gonna be all over the place.
But I cannot let you through unless you've been requested specifically. I was only told to grant Tormesh and Tormesh alone entry. And you are not he, because he's already in here, man.
Oh well, we'll let them know there's another druid here if you need some help. I'll be at the inn, I suppose.
Which inn would you like to be in?
I must admit I've never been to a city this big before. It's glorious. I've heard tales of places like this, but this is just more than I could have ever imagined.
Well,
I must admit I'm a little overwhelmed.
perhaps if you were to ask,
Overawed indeed.
perhaps if you were to ask those Calishites up there to let you in for the day, or any of the other like small inns, there might. You know what? I'm pretty sure some of the regular citizenry, if you were to toss them a few gold, will let you camp out in their loft for the evening. We're all very friendly here.
Well, thank you. I am obliged. Thank you for your
But the
kindness.
zoo is closed.
But the zoo is
So please check back tomorrow. If I'm to let you out, or check in a few hours. If I'm to let you through, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Sir Justinian Trugood. Justinian Trugood.
Right.
Of the Menagerie Hill Trugoods.
Uh,
Son of chieftain Pedro Trugood.
Oh, Pedro. What the fuck?
Is Rochelle gonna do the accent too?
She is, but hers is probably going to turn out Russian.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So Justin Trugood, I will.
Justinian, it's still
I
Justinian.
don't understand. I don't
Justinian
speak
Trugood.
Dwarvish. I will allow you. I will keep my ears open for your name, and I'll apologize if I'm supposed to let you in. But as of now, I've been told not to let anybody in.
Just know I'm here to help.
Great.
Yes, Justinian Trugood. I heard he resigned in disgrace from his former post.
Here it goes.
And here he is, groveling in Baldur's Gate. Of course, we would see him here.
The Baldur's Gate, the failing.
Listen, you knew this had to have happened.
Well, yeah, there's
city.
is Elon crying because he's lost billions of gold pieces?
And I had to
You know,
eat
he
dirt.
wasted all the electrum.
I lost billions and I had to eat dirt last week.
That's it.
On the plus side, at least Twitter's profitable again. Small
X.
gain, small
X.
gain. X is profitable again.
Oh, you of all
Small
people.
gain.
Yeah,
we
I
had
can't
a leak.
believe it.
Can't believe you
What's
just
that?
called it Twitter.
You dead made it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Then need it. I am ashamed.
As you should.
For shame. So you're heading through. You guys are walking through Baldur's Gate again. Over there is that building there represents a tower for general practitioners. Walk-in clinic where you can go and get your, if you can afford it. Without it's outside the city of Baldur's Gate, so it's not within their.
Not free healthcare.
No, it's not free. It's
But in Monterey Hill, we all
do they have
free
healthcare in Montreal?
Absolutely. We're a very progressive realm.
I've also heard that there were people that waited over 9-10 hours there to get help and then went home and died because
That's
they
just
couldn't
because
get the
they won't
service
pay
they
the
needed.
nurses properly. That's got nothing to do with their health
They had to leave. It took
Are
so
we-
long, and then they died.
DM Adam.
Yes,
Are
I
we
guess you
all
get what you
privy to
pay
all of these
for.
conversations? We're just kind of casually walking
you guys
around.
are not where your minis are. You're just you guys are heading in this direction
Correct.
through town.
And we're
We're going
experiencing
to
him
the
talking.
Menagerie.
Yeah, in the center of this square, there's like an area, like a little rest area where people would be, and this is a small shop where people sell adventuring gear and whatever, like just like a convenience store. It's
Anything
like
special?
sundries, rations.
Anything special there?
Not particularly. How are you asking?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You see dust on the
Flash,
shelves.
flash.
Got anything old?
I think the peas are pretty old.
Yeah, you don't have anything I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. Hopefully on their way.
Why did you say I'm the antagonistic one?
Not true,
Yeah.
Joe. It's true good.
True good. Oh my god.
No relation.
True Joe is true good. Sir Justinian Trugood.
So
You just remember, this wasn't
you guys
me.
head up in the direction
was
of the
you.
Menagerie,
Yeah.
unless
I
someone
wonder
says
why,
something
though.
else.
I wonder
No,
why.
let's get over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless
let's
people
go.
are doing something else, you head over in the direction of the Menagerie.
Yeah.
Sporadically, once you walk through the gate here, because it continues until you release concentration on it, right?
Yeah, it's like an hour, I think. Or does it give it time?
As an action in order to the end of your next turn. So it's not concentration. So, but you know that as soon as you used it, it was like bang. You knew something was there, and it fled very quickly. And you know that it knew it was detected. Right? Okay. So as you see it, imagine like carts moving, coming and moving, right? That in front of Nathan there, that is a stable where there are horses that you can rent. There are 3 houses where two of the 2 closest to Matt are for rent. Again, the center area is like a small parkette where people would rest after traveling to. You head in the direction of the Menagerie.
These two, it's this one.
The
Stable.
bar stable, the two right by you.
Rental.
Rental,
Yeah,
rental,
rental,
menagerie. Oh, the menagerie.
Menagerie's here. Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Have the
Now you're-
pseudo dragon just kind of fly around the outside of the.
So from the
menagerie,
pseudo dragon's
just get an
perspective,
idea.
it's got the menagerie is. I'll bring up the map again. It's mostly a theater of the mind game. I just did this for
Yeah.
table dressing.
I would still be in the vicinity. I haven't gone anywhere yet. I'm just sort of.
No, you're at the gate, right? So sorry. So that door in front of Carl represents this entryway into the menagerie, and all these stables, the these rectangles within it, are all stables, and each of these walls is 10 feet high. Not from your side. There's a step up, a few steps up, so you can see over the fence, and then a pit where there are animals on display. The pseudo dragon sees that there are very few animals outside today, and those that are not moving. There's more than 2 dead owl bears, and there is a dwarf looking at the bodies with his hands, like inside one of them.
Jurassic Park.
No, not that way.
Think like A New Hope.
Yeah. Right. And he's trying to bob or something, but he's inside the menagerie. He's the only one there's someone standing near him with a worried look on their face and fairly upset. But that's what's going on. That's what.
But they're not inside.
The pseudo dragon's flying.
Oh, the pseudo dragon.
The pseudo dragon's flying, and it's
sorry,
basically
my bad.
allowing him to see
Correct.
whatever
Of
it
course.
is he wants.
I missed that.
And you're kind of like walking with your hand on Shark's shoulder. Kind of thing.
Always
Yeah, within arm's reach.
9
I'm
feet away.
gonna release my imp Izzyar to just kind of like float around and spy more on the pseudo dragon.
We know that Carl.
Just kind of crouch
Spying
around.
on the pseudo dragon himself.
Or just kind of crouch around behind him and just kind of follow him around, kind of let him
Does
take
he
the
look-
lead and then follow along behind.
Does he look like the one?
Yeah,
from
Carl,
Lucy
which imp
Cameron?
do you want?
He looks more like
There's I
I
have
like the
more that
picture. I was looking more like. Have you ever seen Gargoyles? You know the little smart little guy from Gargoyles, that kind of guy.
long
That's
nose
an
guy.
awesome
What's
cartoon.
his name again? Why can't I remember? Brooklyn, I think was his name. The smallest of them.
Yeah.
You know, I like to picture that as how like.
We should pick one to
This
represent
thing
that.
One of the 2 painted red ones. They're small.
Apparently they're
Notice
remaking.
If you want to
I've heard
repaint,
that.
I have 3 more at least. If you
Oh, I
wanna
like this guy. He's cool and he's big. So I'll
Cool.
take him. So he's just kind of hanging out, and he's just kind of trailing the pseudo dragon. Like basically, if there's a threat, the pseudo dragon will meet the threat first. So he's letting the pseudo dragon scout for him before he then goes and gets into pseudo dragon's whole
Now,
position.
the
as a
pseudo
Your
dragon-
imp is
Pseudo dragon's
also
doing the work.
He's
He just
staying a
has to
step
follow him.
behind.
your imp can turn invisible, right?
I'm not sure the exact specifics. I don't
Okay.
think that he could
I
in
think
the end.
yes, they can.
I thought that they could, but not the ones who were
Quasits are different. Like pseudo dragons can't.
I
I
didn't
thought
think that
pseudo
they could.
dragons could.
No, they're not. No. If you go by the pseudo dragon,
Yeah, see, it's got the shape changer.
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it could be a spider on you.
It
or
could
whatever,
be.
right. It doesn't have to be.
It could be, but right now he's just flying around. It's just like
As
straight
an
up
imp?
his cool little imp form. Like I sound like Brooklyn. Can you look up Brooklyn? Can you see? Is it Brooklyn? Is he the one that we're talking about? Gargoyles Brooklyn. It's important now that we see which one it is I'm talking about. Gargoyles. Brooklyn.
I can fly
Yeah.
20 feet faster. as a
The
dragon.
orange
That's
one,
him.
right?
I can
He
see
was
him
like
already.
orange.
Where? Show me. No, that's not the one I want.
That's
no,
the smart one.
It's
Oh,
not,
the
no,
kid,
it's not
you're
him.
like
It's
the
a
little-
different one.
green
I don't want
The little
Brooklyn.
impy
I want the little green
that
guy.
bottom
What's his
right
name?
hand?
Right.
What's his
That guy
name?
right there.
Lexington.
Yeah,
What's it? Yeah.
Oh,
Lexington.
It's Lexington. It's pull up Lexington. Pull up Lexington. This is the guy. It's Lexington. That's the way that I kind of like envision. Yeah, the one in the bottom left hand corner. Pull it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that one right there. That's the
Okay,
one.
so you
Let me
need
go
to
bring
paint
it.
your own because I
Let me
have
go
one
bring it.
that's
No,
kinda
no.
like that.
All, except he's red and looks exactly like your model.
Oh,
yeah, this
he's
is
red. It looks like
That's the way I visualize like this guy.
Okay.
Go Lexington.
Okay. Is his name Lexington?
No, his name is Izzyar.
Is
Lexi.
Maybe throws against Charles.
Leveled up a couple times.
Well, what's the find familiar? I think it's tied in with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can just.
that's like my land.
I think it does. It's like
I would say it's fair to take your existing one and level it up to whatever you
Well,
could cast a new
it
one
comes
at, so
out.
you don't have to kill that
They-
existing one and resummon a new one to have the
I
better
don't think it says
stats.
anything about what level they're at. You get it.
No, it does. I would familiar
I just used
Your
pseudo
familiar
dragon.
yeah.
Don't we just get? Don't we just like the?
They have hit point additional hit
But it's not like
points.
one hit and they're done, and then they can.
No.
No, they've got it's like they're a real thing.
What's that? Drops to 0. What was it?
Let me see here.
Oh,
Super
they
Dragon.
just pop out.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and they actually die.
And you have to resummon them. or
No,
whatever.
I think if you kill enough of them, they just won't come back. Right, Jay?
Now, if you're addicted, then
If you
You feed
feed
them,
them to
like,
bats, you
fodder.
feed them to bats of soul.
So they get a plus
sucking
two? I
liquid,
didn't
so-
were soul
It's 2d4 plus 2? Because.
yeah, he's got 7 hit points.
Okay,
now.
so he's got 7 hit points. So and you're level 5, so give him
Found out the hard
Because I-
way that it was soul sucking.
an extra 5 hit points. He has plus 1 con. So he's at 12 hit points.
You're
And then
level, no,
every,
you're
like,
level
2
6
Every
now.
every level that you get, he gets a plus 1 from his con. His
Okay.
con
So he
is
gets
plus
6 then, no?
1. Well, level 1 is already.
Oh. What level are you guys? 1?
Not for the world.
Carl, you need the stats for your guy, I guess.
I was just gonna kind of do it on the fly right now, to be honest with you.
Okay, you
On the
get 10
fly,
hit
I
points.
like that.
You choose to roll
This is
3d4. You can choose to roll 3d4 if you like for your hit points.
All I got was 10 out of 3d4 plus 3.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem good, man. I think I'm gonna take the roll on the 3d4 plus 3.
Do you want
I'm
my
taking
roll
the-
or do you want your roll?
I want my roll,
You're
obviously.
right, that doesn't seem good, does it?
That doesn't seem very good on 3d4. That means
One,
7
one
on
plus
3d4. That means a 4 and a 3. And a
Well,
0.
average would be 6. It would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
max it.
No, I'm feeling good. Like I can beat the odds on that one.
I did.
I need someone to pass me a d4. What'd you get?
I don't know.
No. you
Pass
said
me a
it was
d4,
yours.
someone,
Yeah, I
please.
just rolled it for my.
I need a d4 from someone. I did not bring enough d4s. Please, someone hook me up with a d. That's not bags. Not going to help me. Give me a big bag. All right, here we go. The roll of salvation for Izzyar the Imp.
Yes, he's gonna have 10.
Let's think
Oh,
best. You can say
3, yeah, 3, 6. It is 10. 4, 6,
Plus
7
3.
plus 3, 13. Do I beat it?
You did.
Yeah! Izzyar the Imp came through. Behold,
13.
3, 3, 4. We got there, Izzy the Imp. We got there, Izzy.
And then,
All right.
is there
and
anything plus for
who
his
should I
level?
give this to?
Plus 1
That's-
per level.
you get
He
13.
just
yours?
summoned it. Mine's been around for a while.
No, I didn't just summon mine.
Oh,
Sure,
no,
this
you said
is-
it, yeah.
This
You just got here.
You just got here, dude.
You
No,
just got
no,
to this
but
plane
that-
of existence.
Exactly, but that means of all things, the Imp was chilling with me in the 9
The imp
hells
wouldn't have
for
been
a
assigned
long
to you.
time. You don't know how old my guy is. You
I
don't know
think
what
I
he's
think
doing.
I think 13 is good.
mean-
You're 5 months in your pants, right? We're not going to spend 20 minutes 5 months in your pants, bro.
We could.
So I'll report to the party here that there's a lot more going on here than just an owl there.
Jay, the party is you're coming up to the gate. As you guys are approaching the gate, you see a crier standing there holding a notice, zoo closed. He's pointing at it, his big chain across the gate, ringing his bell as you're walking up. Like, no, turn around. You can see there's a very disappointed, well-dressed woman and her 2 children who are being, hurried away. The cart's there. There's a cart there with barrels in it waiting for them. Like he
I'll
was
flash
just-
the fist symbol and say,
I'm
"We've been
sorry,
sent here
I understand, sir. Can I have your name, please?
for Boomy."
You're a
Kitty cat
representative
wizard.
of the flavor.
I point to him and say he's a kitty cat. He's a
Kitty cat
wizard.
wizard.
It's like, is that the only names you have?
Who the one?
Don't have more names than that. You don't seem very important.
So you yeah, you see a cat, and 3 humans walk up to the gate,
There's a
you
joke
flash
in here
thing.
somewhere.
All your representatives
The
of
most boring D&D party ever.
yay. So you flash your badge and you hold on for a moment. I'll go and find out if I'm allowed to.
So
Please stand by.
I see these guys.
Outer
This
limits,
guy is
please
treating
stand by.
at least him with some monochrome of respect and understanding.
Oh, hello, good cells. It looks like the zoo is closed. I haven't seen very many animals outside of my
We've already
my
talked to
kingdom.
one person trying to sell us something today. I don't know if they're
Oh no, I don't want to buy anything, lad. I'm just new to the town. Nice to meet you. My name is Sil Justinian. Justinian Thrugood. Jeff, nice to meet you, Jeff. Here, put it there, pal. I'm new to
I
town.
know what I'm putting there.
As you guys note that my character, as he follows behind you, is always trying to go. He's petting the backs, like kind of like they're there, of like the homeless, and doing minor miracles for them. And all the children, as they come follow in his wake, are saying, "Thank you, Lord Asmodeus." When he goes and he does cool little things, and then he goes and he keeps wandering on towards the rest of the party.
You're influencing me now.
selling some souls. Yeah.
Buying them.
Or buying them.
Oh, he's just sweet old man. He literally, you could see that he actually used one of his level 1 spell slots of Cure Light Wounds to literally cure someone who was potentially fatally injured. Like he'd gotten his leg messed up in a thresher accident. They weren't sure that he was going to survive at all.
There's no
And
thresher.
there you go. Cure Light Wounds for
I don't see a
realsies.
thresher.
More like a hoe or a rake accident.
It was
Sounds
an
like
al-
he's just telling
The
stories
best
here.
you're gonna get is he sprained his ankle.
It was an
He misstepped.
invention. It was an invention that his friend's uncle made,
There's
and
a
it
gnomish
cut up his leg
tinkerer,
pretty
the-
bad. He was
the
good.
Artificer. that
He was
made
as good
something.
as dead. He was as good as dead
Oh,
until
never
boom,
mind.
A
cure
few
light
moments
wounds.
later, gentleman with the bell comes back. Rushes everybody to step back. Can you just make sure no one comes through the gate? We'll let you guys through. Oh God. Thinking about you. I can't hold back a crowd of that size. The second I open this gate, I don't want people coming rushing in. Just hold them back, and then I'll let you all in.
Yeah, we'll hold the back.
Thank
We
you.
gotcha.
Hold back the
We'll
We'll
crowd.
hold the back.
I don't have that many commoners.
I'm just,
I have to paint more colors. It's the most boring thing. I'd rather paint logs.
Okay, good sir.
I'd rather paint logs than
I
commoners.
do have a little bit of druidic experience myself. I'm
Hey,
pretty,
those are my
pretty good with
buddies.
the animals.
Commoners.
I always like to help
Crap in
those
Yep.
need.
There's
It's kind of the thing I
Craft,
do.
Zombor,
But you
and
know, if I come along, I could maybe be able to help. I have some healing ability too.
Craft,
You-
Zombor,
Enter the
Would
menagerie.
you
Is
like?
that
Would
correct?
you like a hand?
Yes, come with us. We could use an extra healing
Yeah.
pair of hands.
Oh,
here.
that's good. I've been looking for something useful to do.
alright, we're going in.
Also, if you
Going
want to
into
keep an eye
where?
out.
Going into where?
Oh,
Describe
I
to
already
where we're
got-
going into.
You enter the menagerie, and that Karen is going full Susan on the for letting people in, and not her and her 2 children. She's like, yeah, the Karen's gone to Susan level.
Oh shit!
Beyond Karen now.
Is that like Super Saiyan kind of deal?
I think so.
She's gone Super Karen. That's when we become a Susan.
So,
Level 9 Karen.
where do I keep these?
Oh wait, give me wherever they are. I'll lead anything.
She asked me to talk to the manager.
Whoever had these sour patch
Go in.
kids, thank you for your services.
As you walk through the
Well,
menagerie
contributing
again, there's
these.
large steps, like on the top, in front of every. You walk down this way. Again, there's some buildings, like administrative buildings, an old like a shop that's closed, all like some food vendors, and right away in this large pen, where there's 2 corpses. Again, it's a pen, so there's a fence and then a 20-foot drop down to a pit, 10-foot wide gap, and then the platform where the animals are. And there's 2 owlbears that are there, dead. And there's this like you can like see like a gross like kind of like a little cloud kind of emanating off of them as they it's hot today. It's quite hot today too.
Are there any living animals?
Not in the first pen, no. 2 dead owlbears though, which are like an attraction there. The rest of the menagerie, for those who have been in Baldur's Gate for a while, it has a bunch of regular animals like you know like monkeys and like tigers and stuff. But more, they are known to have some kind of abnormality. They call them
Shit, you always pass the last one
abnormalities
on.
or aberrations.
You always
There
pass the last one.
is a displacer beast that they know is in here that people who are from here would know, but that's like a recent
What's just
acquisition.
been passed away?
So Justinian looks at these owlbears and little tear comes down his cheek, and he
Give me a nature check.
takes out a thing, starts blowing his nose in a handkerchief. He's quite distressed.
Give me a give me a nature check.
20. Oh,
These exotic owlbears are not native. They have black spots and are mostly white and are known as older owlbears. They're usually when they're alive, they're very playful. But these ones are like
less playful.
owl panda bears, and they're dead. And
Oh,
that's it. You discovered dead pandas.
They're cute.
Lads, I don't know if you know
They were
anything
once,
about
They
the
get excellent
panda
check-
owlbears. But
excellent
these
run
are
now.
these are a rather rare type of owlbear. They're the panda owlbear. Well, they don't fuck enough to save their species. It's really quite a shame.
So much effort.
These ones here you might notice are dead.
you know,
as you guys are
The
looking
entrails
at
are
these
supposed to be on the
things-
inside. As you notice, they're on the outside. Wrong place.
As you guys are looking at these things, give me what's the passive perception? Highest passive perception in the
not
party. Not you.
11.
14. My 14 did it.
We're not a very wise.
My
group.
14 did it.
No.
Oh, is it?
No.
But we are charismatic.
Okay.
as
Yeah,
hell.
that's it. Yeah, everyone loves you guys.
Plus
But
3.
I'm very wisdomy.
okay, give me an investigation check.
Plus
Me?
Hey, Mr. Rogue, give me an investigation check.
11.
Since you're looking at these things, they've been pointed out to you.
No,
Assuming you're
you're passive.
So you're actually-
oh, I meant to make that my expertise. I don't know why I 100% talked about me putting it under.
Remember when you already had it on perception, I think. Didn't you
No,
showed
I did.
4.
I had no. Yeah, so this is investigation.
So, as you're staring at it, you see something crawl out from the corpse of one of the panda bears, and you just see like a little lump over the edge, and then you think you see something kind of squiggle out of it, and it's gone.
I announced that to the group, guys. Like I think it was
Some large
weird
worm,
coming out.
some worm-like thing.
Yeah, worm coming out of that one.
Did it look like
Yeah.
those carrion crawler things that you saw on the ship?
You got even with your 22, you didn't get that good of a glimpse at it, but you noticed it.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think we should go check it out at the very least.
It's far away too, right? So it's like
Always getting all of things.
Well, actually, we didn't
We'll
know-
get
did we-
into
we
it
knew that
later.
carrion crawler
you saw the same eggs and the dead larva with the same markings in the area where the carrion crawler was.
Yeah, and then after we loaded the ship, someone told us, "Hey, yeah, that's what that was."
Right, and the alchemy room up top, you had eggs, I think dead eggs that people had been opening up. You did take investigation, yeah. Okay, so but you spotted one of them. Now, again, it's a 10-foot gap onto the platform if you wanted to go and see what was going on. What do you guys? That's what you see at the panda. There again. There's a long road that leads toward a flat part of the wall, with a bunch of stables and whatnot and other penned in areas.
I think we should check it out.
I'm gonna move further down.
So you head down.
Yeah.
The next.
So there's a 10-foot gap you said though to get there.
Yeah, it's like a 20-foot hole with a 10-foot gap. You can see it at the Metro Toronto Zoo. So the animals, so you can see them and they can't get at the.
Does it have
I
local
bless the
footprints?
pandas and then they
No, there's no
Is that like an
Yes.
owlbear, red owlbear?
It's one road. You don't need a map.
Because that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Color coded.
Yeah.
The guy who let us in would have said the guy we're looking for is in.
Yeah. He's actually down here, in this large pen
Would
where
there be
they were actually trying to apparently breed displacers.
would there be an easy way for us to bridge that 10-foot gap? Do we see anything around that we could use to get over there? Well, I want to get somebody more
How heavy
keen
are you?
than I.
I go up to the rogue and I put my hand on him. I said, Lord Asmodeus will protect you. Have faith in him, and I'll cast guidance on you
Oh, thank
for your check and give you a +1 to your roll.
My
Can
check is specifically perception. That is there a way that I can bridge the gap so that people more qualified to look at this beast that's dead?
You still got a +1 on it.
For me?
It has to be a willing participant.
Yeah,
willing
it's really.
creature.
I don't
Yeah.
think they're.
Yeah, you can.
Checking for no reason at all.
Checking for a friend.
I will accept it.
Yeah.
My friends, you totally misunderstand Lord Asmodeus. Many people do, but
He
I'm happy
accepts
to.
it.
Oh, I have
I'm
With the
happy
guidance,
to
I
talk about
accepted it.
him.
I
I'm
accept
happy
it.
to talk about him at length with you and the good that
Oh,
he's
please don't.
actually doing.
We,
I've
I slammed
never
the
heard of this
door
fellow.
in the
Would-
face
I'd
of
like to
people
learn
on
more
Sunday.
about
It
the
made me
winter.
feel very good.
Sit down and have a pint. Tell me a little bit.
Although I don't
Like
drink nor do
politicians?
drugs nor selling my body, everything that I
Another
do
story.
is only in the
You wish
service
at
of
that
Lord
point.
Asmodeus. But I'd be glad to talk to you
So,
about Lord Asmodeus and how he can
You
change your life.
don't
Well, I'm a
see-
follower
make
of
your
Sylvanus,
perception
but
check.
I'm open-minded.
+1.
Very well, an open mind
Not yet.
allows
I'm
Asmodeus to
open-minded.
creep
I'd like
in.
to learn
Convenient,
about all
because
different
without tearing
religions.
apart buildings, you're not getting the wood to get across there. This place is usually very well behaved. You do have ropes.
And
You have
acrobatics.
people and acrobatics.
Oh yeah, I could make a
An
run at it.
athletics
But
check.
again, my point is not to get me over
It's to
there; it's
get
to
us
get
over,
you
yeah.
over there. Does the Bottega so? Am I going to spend the next 20 minutes running back to the Bottega to check? I think it's the question.
Like is only 10
And then
feet?
be told no.
Are you guys trying to cross something
Yeah.
that's only 10 feet right
No,
now?
it's
Yeah.
10 foot.
It's
like-
so
So it's imagine
Walk
like
a
at the
shame
zoo,
back.
Carl.
Yeah.
There's a thing going up so you can
You
see
know
over
I'm
the
going back
fence.
much slower
There's
than
a
I
thing
went.
Over
going
the
up.
like a little
Yeah.
ramp going up so you can see over the fence.
All right.
A 20-foot drop, a 10-foot gap that goes up to the platform where the animal is.
Doesn't the
So is there a
paladin-
mechanism that would raise it then?
No, they would get access from a different direction.
Well, where
The
would they get
workers
access?
would access
Can
it
I
differently.
see
That's why I'm
from
gonna keep
where
going.
the doesn't the paladin have good athletics? Is there a way? Is there a way for us to get in the way that the workers would get in?
What could we
Not
yell
from the
out
outside
and ask
where when you go to the zoo, do you see how the keepers get into the cage?
No, but can we break into the back? I
you can
have a road.
You can see a building at the far. You see a building here.
Okay, I tell the rest of the
There's a
party.
building here.
I tell the rest of the party guys, keep low. We're gonna sneak in back. I'm gonna get us to that
Well, we
thing.
know where the guy is that we're trying to find.
So
Yeah,
there's
So wait.
What are you doing?
So if we get across, can someone
Yeah,
then
yeah,
use the
but
mechanism
we
on
know
the
where
other
he is,
side
so
to
we're
lower
heading
the bridge? Is that what's
there's no bridge. There's no bridge.
We also don't know
It's
What is it?
There's no one
wall.
It's a wall like at the zoo where there's like a fenced wall and then a 10-foot gap with a 20-foot deep
We need
Yeah,
to
thing
find
so the
that-
animal
we need to
can't
find
jump
that
out.
door that says employees only.
Am I caring?
That's it.
Am I
So
caring
why are we
too
trying
much
to
about
get
this
Why are we
creature
not
that's
going
dead?
behind?
Should we be going to this person?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I said, am I caring too much about this thing that's dead? Should we be
Yeah.
going to that person?
Whatever
Yeah.
you want.
The
I-
person
is
in with
I'm
the
going
other-
The
to
wind. I'll tell you this: the wind is blowing from the southwest.
I am going to be heading towards the
That's a
druid
bit hard.
because that's
Yeah.
what I would want to do. I
Yeah.
want to talk
Okay.
to the other
Fine.
druid.
I'm going with you.
I'm
Let's
going
go.
to the other druid.
And I will happily follow along. I say, my friend, you were looking so
The party
good
is not
today.
going to
Asmodeus
investigate
has
the owl
blessed you
panda
with
bears.
another wonderful day to be alive.
Well, it's interesting you
Our
say
road
that. They
could
won't let me
evolve
grow a
into that.
beard in Mount Tree
Could
Hill.
I?
They say
10 feet?
my
Oh,
face
yeah.
is so
10 feet,
chiseled.
yeah.
They
10 feet is
insist that I don't.
So again, it's
I
a
don't
ramp
grow
that
a
goes
beard.
up
I have
a
to shave
fence,
every day.
which you can get
Oh,
over,
yes,
and
I
then
can
a
see
drop
that point.
onto
You
a
are quite a
platform.
handsome
It's like
lad.
the platform's here.
Like you're,
Give him a few
Oh, okay,
slaps on the
I would
face,
have
like-
wanted. I would
like a
want to do
father
that. I
would
didn't
You're
his
know-
son.
welcome to.
I just don't know what I'm
I
going to
like
do over
this
there.
guy.
Hey,
I think we'll get
just
along
tell me
good.
that you're just tell me you're doing it, and I
So
will
you got-
happily have you roll the dice,
what
and I
did
will
you
have
take
you.
expertise
Not acrobatics, but I do have proficiency in acrobatics.
in? Okay. And you took, but
Uh,
investigation and
Investigation, deception, stealth, and
Not only can you spot the traps, you can also disarm them.
Well, I've just straight up got a high strength.
So
I'll
you
just
can-
jump across.
you can jump
Okay.
across.
okay.
What about the
I'm gonna
druid?
acrobatics to jump
What's up?
across.
You're
You're
gonna
using
acrobat-
Can you just, like,
acrobatics,
make
so
a
parkour.
Alright, alright, so
Parkouring on
enough
the-
time has passed. I have to
What's
re-guide
that?
some
We're not
ice.
pressuring
If
you.
you want, if you
Oh,
want
I'm
to do
doing
it.
it.
I'll re-guide. Let me
Those-
I'll
those
re-guide
spells-
you.
Thank you.
I'll re-guide
Yeah,
you.
you
I
can
did
talk
not
to
see
us.
anything to let me.
It's a
Gust of
3.
wind.
May the Lord Asmodeus
Speak with
bless
animals,
you
I'm
on your
looking for
journey.
animals.
What's the one with speak with nature? You can talk to plants and
Speak of
shit.
plants.
Can he talk to grass?
Tell me he's doing it.
The grass around me actually looks
Yeah,
awfully.
there's
Just
no
color.
this is all dirt road around you. This is
Yeah.
all dirt road around you.
I'm walking towards the
I-
druid guy where I know the.
I'd like to set up and prepare myself in some way that will give me advantage on my run. I
can't
am doing
guarantee
this
that.
as prepared as humanly possible.
Just to be clear, you guys are heading down and carrying on down the road.
I'm still going to check this thing.
So, understood. So you run and race toward the fence line.
Correct.
You have to first parkour up to the top of the fence. So you're doing acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to parkour and step on the railing and then jump up onto the thing. This is
Sure.
easy. You roll the dice. It's an easy check to get on the top.
12 plus.
Yeah, okay, so 19. So you get up on top of the fence. You can see it's 10 feet across, but it's like, you're elevated. So you could easily make the jump. It's not gonna be the most difficult jump you've ever made in your life, but it's gonna take some doing to land. So make your roll on
Right,
the jump.
so can he choose to use guidance now?
No, he used it on the
Yeah,
next.
I didn't even.
next roll.
I didn't even use it.
That's used
17
on the dice or
Nice.
total.
total.
So good.
So you make it across, you land, you roll, and you get on your feet. You take no damage from the jump or the fall. You're able to take 15.
Can I make a perception check on the area? Or actually, better yet, I'd like to make an investigation check on the creature.
Okay. Okay, so you rush over to the creature, and you can. It's like something burst out, but there's still things wriggling around beneath the skin. So if you use like one of your bolts to like peel back the
Sure.
raggy
Yeah, I'd like
flesh.
to investigate.
Okay, you see a tangled mass of these there are these maggoty things that you guys found on the ship. The same white kind of maggots with the beige and brown rings like banding on it.
So they are the carrion crawler larva. Because that's what we found in the ship, was it not?
That you found
Yeah.
those in the ship, yes, and
Make
you guys
the
were told that
fancy
yes.
silk.
Okay,
Messing
so
with it, right?
somebody is trying to utilize this.
No one asked anything about those. But so there is that's what you see inside these shells of these things. There's still they're big, like maybe a foot and a half long. Like a big burrito, like big boy
Yeah.
burrito,
Yeah,
but made of rice.
I actually quite like that idea. I'm going to burn them. I'd like to set fire.
You begin setting a fire on the wet remains of owlbears. You can have oil. If you have oil for a lantern, you can pull
Sure.
that off. Or begin lighting a fire.
Torch it.
You guys head
Interesting
down
scene you're
towards
setting.
the area where you know that the dwarven druid is working on it. And does anybody else think? Are you staying there watching the rogue as he flips and flutters over the thing and is poking at the dead owlbear?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just hanging out with him right now.
You said you were going to jump across. Are you going to try to jump across?
Well, now I don't need to because
What I do.
Aren't there other people that are on the other side?
No, there's him.
Who? You say him.
The rogue.
The rogue.
So you're on the other side already.
Mhm. I'm already there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually trying to light the little maggot things on fire because I don't want them to be. Actually, can I just stab them?
Yes, they pop. They
Yeah.
ooze. And now
I would like to take a step back and shoot it.
they're pinned into the. You shoot them and they're wriggling around the bowl.
Perfect. That's fine. I assume they'll die from that.
We're gonna have fun while you're doing it.
Yes.
I said, I shall send you Izzyar. He will take care of you. And I send Izzyar to go and he kind of like perches
Thank
on
you.
your shoulder a little bit and stuff like that, and just kind of hangs out with you.
The imp, notwithstand its urges as an imp.
What?
Imps are horrible little creatures.
Oh, but all right.
Are you going to instruct it specifically to not act as it
All right,
naturally
buddy.
would?
I'm gonna tell you a little story about Izzyar
Oh, God.
and my dude here, okay?
He grew up
So
with
Izzyar and Sauvignon. No man, Izzyar
Brampton.
and Sauvignon, they've been
Seasoned
homies for a
stuff.
long time. Ever since Sauvignon did go ahead and join Asmodeus.
So
Sometimes
we don't
they
care
even
if this imp were to like defile a corpse.
What do you mean? Why would it defile a corpse? Listen, buddy.
It's an imp.
All right.
An
Yeah,
imp
but
would
I-
jump
you
in there
were
and start eating shit.
Yeah,
and
You
it's
swim
no,
apart.
no.
through the
You are
remains.
generalizing all
Oh my
imps.
God.
Okay, this is literally. All right, this is probably
This
the
is one of the
only.
good ones.
This is the only time I'll ever like say good on
Just
you.
you
sixth
The
recognize
edition
idea
or
of
five.
jumping through a corpse and
No.
swimming through the corpse makes Izyard angry.
This particular imp is a well-trained, familiar imp. I only
It
bring
has the urges to
well-trained
do so, but it doesn't. do
Man.
so.
So I'm sure that the pseudo dragon has the urge to go and fly away back to his home to be with his brothers and sisters. Like
Unless
be with
he's
brother and sister
specifically
pseudo
instructed
dragon.
to not, he's still bound to it.
You have to assume that I specifically like that. I was like, hey, by the
I
way,
don't
be
have to
familiar mind.
assume.
Part of our bonding ritual is me being like, listen to me. Don't go on a massacre of any of
He's
people
not
that you don't know.
massacring. They can't even attack.
And yet you just said that he was gonna go like
Come
come on.
through a
I
corpse.
thought
A
one of
corpse
the
is
thing
an
with the imps
object.
was they often didn't listen.
But they
They
do.
don't. They're
listen
mischievous.
as
They're
well.
mischievous and they get up to their own shit. I rolled the dice, and actually, the idea of swimming through an owl bear made him angry for some reason. This time,
As
angry
it should
he
be.
couldn't.
It made him angry because he
Filthy
knew that
animal.
would go against the
He
wishes.
knew
of
that
his
you'd be
master.
angry and thought better. Of it.
Exactly.
Trying to make good impressions.
That's right.
Um,
I wholeheartedly agree with that being his.
so you head
sentiment.
down, and you meet Toramesh. You
Would
don't
he
meet
help?
him. You see him in the cage, where there is. His hands are dirty. He's not the same place where your pseudo dragon saw him. He moved to the larger cage where the are. He's in the cage with these two displacer beasts, but they're not like acting like you guys would know about displacer beasts. These six-legged panthers with weird. This is a displacer beast. Matt, have you ever seen one?
Oh,
Do you know what a displacer beast is?
Ever seen the D&D movie?
You haven't
Like,
seen
they go
it. You haven't seen Honor Among Thieves?
Are
Are you for
really
real?
good.
You've never
It's
seen Honor Among Thieves?
No, I'll
You?
watch it.
Very good.
Oh,
Fantastic
dude.
movie.
Displacer beast.
Dude.
Pick one.
Cool.
They
Oh,
look
yeah.
like
Oh, I know what
thieves.
I've seen those.
Okay. So they are kind of. They look like they're asleep, and they're just kind of like they're. And he's in there. He's got his hands like this, and he's got his hands. He's like not touching them, but he's like slowly edging his way towards these two. Well, you're not there. Edging his way towards these two sleeping, horrible creatures that are. You guys have any experience with them know that they are extremely vicious, extremely dangerous.
So
and
can
not
I
very well
talk to the
controlled.
druid?
Talk to him.
Yoo-hoo. Hello, brother.
And he is. How are you talking to him? What language?
Quietly in
Shouting
Dwarven-
shouting across the over the fence and across the gap
in
to him
Dwarven.
quietly.
Yeah.
in common.
Foreman.
He still, you see, he picks his ear up, and he still is concentrating
I repeated
very
in
heavily.
Druidic.
He's still concentrating. I will make the check. Still concentrating on the spell. He turns and looks at the person who said that. And you guys, you hear him murmur something, and it sounds like two roosters fucking.
That's exactly
two
how it
roosters fucking.
sounds.
Yeah, not a.
You've
not
heard
two
it
chickens.
before.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of
No. And he turns and looks. What do you say in Druidic?
I say, I'm still Justinian. Very good. Here to help if you need any help.
A little
I'm in at
busy.
the
If you're
Druid.
here to help, come over and help. A little busy.
Okay, I'm
And he
on my
goes
way.
back to focusing on his stuff.
Okay, so I'm coming over.
How?
How can I come over? I'm here to help. How can I help you?
Unless you can help me from over there, I need you over here.
How can I get over here?
The person he's with kind of doesn't understand what you're saying.
So I just say in common, I'm like, yoo-hoo, you're a druid friend here. He wants me to come over. Can you help me get over?
Cormac tells him that he looks down. He looks like, a little sullen, like, drops his shoulders, and he points all the way back.
While
Because-
this is happening, I'm leaving through the employee thing and trying to catch up.
all the way back to
I can't help
but
I'm picturing
you
the Toronto
see-
Zoo right now.
Very different.
he points on the back. He says to you, there is a building at the end of this stretch of stockades. Enter in there, grab a set of keys, and head down the stairs.
I do it.
Wait. So I just want to confirm we're just trying to get down across this like 10-foot leap.
It's
right
a
now.
10-foot wide thing with a 20-foot pit and a ramp.
Is there like is it like domed or can we like jump across?
You can jump across.
Okay,
It's open
I say, fear not, friends. Lord Asmodeus has blessed us. I shall bring us there. No problems whatsoever. By his hand, let us be guided towards our destination. And I'm gonna have these beautiful wings sprout out of my back. So beautiful, in fact, that they catch your eye and you feel almost unable to remove your eyes from them. And then
fuck! I got a feather in my eye.
Fuck, except the feathers are far too pristine and orderly to have one of them fall off. And
We're going together with
I'll grab my buddy the rogue and I'll pull him across and drop him off safely. Then fly back and
Thank you.
I'll grab the paladin and fly him across safely.
I appreciate being blessed by the
Come
gods.
back and
Do you accept the flight?
grab
Sure,
whoever
Um,
safely.
We've gone to get the
This
What's
one's
your
right
strength?
here.
You probably wouldn't from
I'm
him.
pretty heavy.
I also just don't think you'd accept
I
it.
got
Good
not
strength.
one thing
I
before he does this.
am sus about it. The wing size doesn't necessarily represent the wing.
It's not,
The wing
the
power.
size doesn't matter. That's what you're
That's
saying,
it.
Carl.
Exactly what I said. We live in the fantasy
stop
world.
We took a, you know what? We took a
But
poll
stop it.
with that very same question in mind. Does size matter? You were found to be incorrect, sir.
Oh, I can't remember what level that spell is.
Oh, what spell you think of?
Misty Step. 2 or 1?
Misty
That's
Step
level-
is
level one, I
epic.
think.
It's
It's
level
level
2,
one.
actually.
It is level
it's-
2.
I think it's
Yeah,
level
two.
one.
Level
No
2.
way.
I was
It's
doing
fucking
research
good.
for a
Seems
long
like a
time.
shit. Yeah,
Misty
it
Step
doesn't
is
seem level
amazing.
2 good though.
It really is.
Oh, it is
It's
definitely
really
It
level
good.
seems
2
level
good.
1 good.
No, Carl.
Am I wrong?
I'm
Misty
grappled.
Misty Step
I'm
is
no
so
longer
fly
grappled.
So many
Alright.
Second
times.
level. Second level
Alright.
in Conjuration.
I'm grappled and
With a
I'm no
wizard.
longer
Oh,
grappled.
there's a dragon right in front of me. He's gonna
All
kill me. I
good.
can't get away. Ah, I'm scared.
All good.
Peace out.
Yeah. Or you can do the whole like hop in behind and stab you. I'm
Slowly,
Misty
or
Step.
line up your
I'm
lightning
gonna
bolts.
wait. He's gonna bring him over. And
Like I'm gonna stand
Misty
here
Step
and
is just
line
coming
up
back
5
to-
guys.
Okay, so you wait for him to come back with the rogue,
And then
and then as you approach, he misty steps across. You can carry just the rogue.
I carry the rogue across.
The two of you
Except-
who head back
he's
toward
heavy.
the shed that
Don't you?
Probably not. I mean, it's just a
No,
roll.
but
I'm not trying to
full plate.
You'd have to
I
make a
don't know.
straight check to carry it.
Well, my strength is good.
Oh
got
no, I
good
don't have to
strength.
make checks.
I
Of
got
course you
good
have to make
strength.
checks. Of course you have to make checks. You guys head back to this building. Right?
It's the Fizz. What up, the Fizz?
Oh, Displacer Beast? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, I think it might be a Displacer Beast.
Or
His
is it
brother turns
Or is it
into
a
Displacer Beast.
owl panda bear?
An owl panda
owl
bear,
bears
the
were-
rarest of owl bears.
You can turn into a displacer beast
Endangered
and an owl bear
species.
in BG3. You can do both.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Fizz, you can turn into one in BG3.
For our channel,
But also an owl bear.
our channel up
The
at
red.
the top.
Channel. Down, 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 down.
Right
With
above
the red,
stream
the
chat.
red
Oh,
dots.
here. Oh, yeah. I have.
Hello from Prime.
Yeah.
What up, Prime? Apparently, we get some good deals for having this thing.
I don't have any deals.
No, but they'd be in there. You just got like a code. You can just use it.
So you guys enter in inside this room that has a sign that's obscured by some hedges that says employees only. You go into a room. There's a smock, some buckets, shovels, and a foul odor emanating from a tub of meat. Although it's fresh, it is still you guys are like very south as far as the like on the planet goes, and it's tropical here, and it's been out there all day.
Okay.
So
Is there a bag?
there's buckets,
I'm gonna take a bucket, fill it with meat, and put on a smock.
smock, and a bucket of meat. You also on the wall find keys that will be and
I'll
stairs.
take the keys.
The stairs go down. I carry the keys, and you're leaving the carrying of the rent and meat.
I was careful not to use my hands.
Oh, okay.
I used whatever other tools
There's
are
there's
used.
some shovels there.
The bucket. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, I do
Is
try
there
and stay
anything else in
clean.
that
I
room
was
where-
taught well by my parents.
There's a small row of 5 like low lockers that people would put like the workers would put their clothes at it when they change. Only one of them has a lock on it. They were brandy.
We can't steal from Brandy.
No, no one's gonna steal from Brandy. It's just
I
she's a
hate
girl.
that song.
She's
Great
girl.
song. I hate that song.
So yeah, there's a locked.
Who's that looking
My
like?
acquaintance to that is from Guardians. of
You
the
head down.
Galaxy 2
The
soundtrack.
staircase. The stairs go down about
Soundtrack.
10 feet to a narrow passageway that brings you up. It carries on underneath, but it brings you up in this building and then again in this building. Right. You enter up in this building, walk up the stairs. The door on the inside is locked. Lock the door. The party is all into the area with Tarmesh and Menagerie. Great IQ. Gary and more.
So I go right up to Tarmash and I'm like, I'm here. What can I do?
Points over at one of these 2 creatures. They have been poisoned. I'm trying to figure out how they have been poisoned.
I cast.
Cast speak with animals. Remove the spell from your slot.
Will do.
Okay. Nothing happens.
So this lasts for a while though. Like speak with animals lasts for a bit. Yes.
I
Like
think
an
you
hour.
need to
I thought it was 10 minutes or something like that.
Laser beasts are not animals then, like monsters.
Yeah, it is 10 minutes. That's right. Boom.
Let's comprehend languages.
Displacer kitten. Oh, look at that.
What? Why did it come up so high in the search engine as well? Why?
I've searched for it. This is one of
Monster.
the
You searched for
It's a
it before,
monster,
that's
okay.
why.
large monstrosity.
Is there a talk
Intelligence-
to monsters?
There probably is a speak with
It has an
monsters.
intelligence of 6, so it can understand.
So can it understand but not communicate? Maybe.
No, it can't, not if, no, it doesn't.
But you-
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they get into everything. They're like
Otherwise
most
you couldn't
dogs.
speak to anyone else.
Hello,
Animal or
kitty.
beast.
Aren't
Yeah,
you
no.
a pretty kitty?
They're asleep. It's like I said, like they're
Oh, I
asleep.
didn't know they were asleep.
No, okay, so you don't have to cast spell.
I don't cast.
The druid is like doing things to sleep, and he's like, as he's doing so, he's like casting some high end magic that you don't understand.
Okay,
And
well,
what level
should I
druid
do-
are you? You're level 2 druid.
Level 3.
Level 3 druid.
So should I do like a maybe a nature check or animal handling, maybe whatever's better.
They're asleep. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, I just want to see what I can do in terms of finding out what's wrong.
He knows what's wrong with poison. He's trying to figure out the source
Oh, okay.
of their
Do you
poison.
think it's a magic?
Well, it's not just these creatures. It's not just these two. It's all the creatures in here. Have you seen
So
those
it's
two?
just-
I have.
Magic wouldn't work on that.
I would probably, I guess, I would probably speak up and say, like, the other ones back there had these maggots, like giant maggots, kind of like the ones on the ship.
You would know what they
growing
are
out
by
of
now,
them.
right?
Yeah, I would
you
know
What,
that
on
they're
what
carrying.
ship? I saw. I didn't see any. What animals are you talking about?
We were on a ship called what was the name?
The heart of gold.
The Heart
at the
of
time.
Gold.
And
Yes,
now, yes.
at the
yes.
time, but in
And the
the
guineas are now.
Yeah.
in the depths of the ship, there were these
Carrion crawlers.
maggots that where we later found out were carrion crawlers, and these maggots look much the same. That were growing inside of the bugbear corpse. Or the owlbear.
He's a little. He's hearing what you're saying,
not bugbear.
but he's a little offended that he knows nothing about it. If anyone would have been contacted in Baldur's Gate about some strange insect or life form or thing, he figures he would have been the person who would have been contacted.
Well, I
So
notify
did
him.
Edward Grimley take them? Was it him who took them or the
He
fist?
they were offloaded by workers in the city. They were being held, and Edward Grimley's office was the one who was. They purchased the ship from you, and he was the. He wasn't the one who ordered it. It was just the offloader. The guards wanted them offloaded. Itemized. It wasn't. It wasn't his office.
Y'all still having a hard time hearing.
Really?
Yeah, like she's following along, but just partially. She's like, are we talking about owl bears and displacer beasts? Like she's got
Owl
the
panda
gist,
bears.
but-
They're dead.
Panda
Yeah.
bears.
They're dead. I
Yeah.
killed all the pandas.
You want me to unplug and replug in the sound again here, guys?
But not all the way. Don't slip.
But don't plug in all the way. Oh.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Just the-
Oops.
okay. All right, here we go.
It is very satisfying when
And it goes back in again though.
Unless you accidentally miss a little, it gets kind of bent. I'm sure I can't be the only one that's
Bent is better than
happened
broken.
to. All right.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, madam.
Yay.
All right. Are green lights on everywhere?
Yes.
We're working.
Yeah.
All right.
As well as it was before.
Every bit as well as it was before, as far as you know.
Correct.
Okay.
So, sorry, I got distracted there. What? So yeah, he's offended. That he knows that he hasn't heard about these things. Who discovered these?
I did.
And how long have their presence been? Like, how long has their presence been in the city for?
It would have been a couple days at this point.
Show me one, please. Yeah, I can't
I can
leave.
take
You could go get me. If you go get me one, bring it to me. I would like to analyze. I'd like to see what I can find about it.
Okay, I'd like to take the other druid. he'd know how to handle it better than I would. I shot the damn thing because I didn't want it to be alive because I know that they're
Bring me that one.
bad. Yeah.
Probably best to bring me the dead one first.
Okay.
Sure, it'll come with you. lad.
Perfect. Okay. We'll go and retrieve.
I'll give you the keys.
Perfect.
Back
Yeah,
up.
yeah. We'll
Keys,
go
we'll
into
go
the
through
back
the
and
gate.
retrieve. I've already at this
Now
point.
you
kind
have
of
no
gone-
keys.
Anyway,
I've got Misty Step.
Don't need them.
Yeah, that's right.
So we
You
go-
and I have Misty Step. We're fine.
Yeah.
we go and we
You guys
come
say,
back.
fuck this shit. Peace out.
How many minutes does it take for us to go and come back?
Not even. Like say like 6 minutes. 6.5.
I'll fly. I'll
Give or
fly
take.
someone there if they want.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take the flight.
I'll fly him
Beautiful.
there.
We'll
And as we're
retrieve
You
it.
there-
go absolutely no faster than if you were walking. 'cause it's the same
That's fine.
speed,
I
right?
still accept it.
Your
Gracious.
fly speed's still 30.
But I
meet you
take him
there
for
on
a
foot.
joyride a
Get my
little bit.
character down.
Okay, cool.
Ease it all up.
Straight line. I like that. Just have to parkour
Yeah.
up walls and stuff.
So I'd say we'd save a little
These
bit
are-
of time
these are
because we
carrion
go as
beasts.
the
I've seen
crow
these
flies
before.
instead
In
of
books.
on traditional
Still a
routes.
straight line.
Yeah.
I've
So
done
we
a lot
brought
of
it
books.
back.
I've seen these things in books before, but they're carrion beasts.
So
Scary
you get to
things.
say you come back.
Show it to him.
What were you? I had a black light on it. And we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I was checking out how to do
Or my thing wears off. There's actually only one bit I thought was.
it.
Mid-flight?
No, we don't fall. We don't fall. We pretend like this one time I got away with it. And then
No.
we play like we
Has
do.
to use the keys and
This
go
one
through the
forwards.
staircase. You got to retcon
6 minutes and 38
this
seconds.
vital bit of the game where he has to use the stairs.
Did I slip or something?
Oh, that idea.
Well, no, because
That
that,
idea
I
makes me
definitely went
angry.
down during that part. During that part, I definitely went down. I did not have to take keys. I was completely separate. I took the road down with me. Didn't need keys.
Not that part. Get back up. You can.
What? Oh,
Keyless
No, I already
If it's
definitely
more than
picked
a
it on my way
minute,
back
then
through because I went back through that way.
Yeah. Either way, you got it. You come back. You have to bang it on a skewer.
Sure.
Right. It's gross.
Shish kebabs in it?
Still kind of wriggling.
Yeah.
It's not fully dead, but just about
I
dead.
hand it to this new druid.
And what were you told this is?
This is a carrion crawler, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, the carrion crawlers don't have this banding on it. I've never seen one like that before. I'd have to look at it more closely. And where did you find you found you explained you found it at the owl bear thing.
Is this the same banding you saw on the blue things?
Yes. Wait, give me an intelligence check.
On the ship you mentioned you noticed.
Probably be pretty
15.
easy to remember that.
Yeah, you remember them. You almost remember the bard's name.
Almost.
It's coming to me. Fifi.
That sick thing when you hear a
Debbie,
song and you're like, I know
fuck.
the name of this
And then you gotta wait for it.
Rob a villain.
So, long story short, 10:30. He tells you that they are not, in fact, carrion crawler things. He doesn't know they're the right shape, but the banding, like the coloration of them is wrong.
Does he have any idea what they are?
Someone lend me a hand.
I'll give you a hand, lad.
Maybe you want to do it. I'll leave this up to you. I'll help you instead.
You guidance him?
Okay.
Guidance.
Alright.
What kind of check
We're
is it? I
very
rolled a
good.
14.
Nature check.
I would happily do it.
Nature's wisdom, yeah?
I rolled shit.
So you get advantage because you're
So then take it.
Do I get advantage?
I'm helping you, yes.
Oh, 16. 17.
These things, so it's not from something these things ate. It's because it's coming. The worms were grown in the stomach, so it's something like they ingested. So it's not airborne, which is good for all of you.
Have him look at the bucket of meat.
Oh, a book of meat there.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks.
You. I mean, okay. Are you gonna make this? Are you gonna check? You're gonna check this. What are you gonna do with this bucket of meat? What do you want to do with this bucket of meat?
This is their food source. If you're saying it's something they ingested, you're the zookeeper here, Master Druid.
Zookeeper.
Well, Master Druid. I assume this is the zoo you are in charge of. You look like you must be the ruler of this domain.
No.
I'd say,
Zookeeper.
well,
Who's in charge of this
I,
place?
I say, what?
Are you in
This
charge?
is Mr. Gary Moore. This is Gary. Mrs. Gary.
You're Mr. Gary.
Mrs. Gary.
Mr. and Mrs. Gary.
Yes, Mrs. Gary.
Mr. and Mrs. Gary.
Yes.
Okay, the Druid Master.
No.
This
Oh,
is
I'm not
the
talking to the
elders.
Druid. I'm talking to the.
He motions over at the human and then comments says Gary, Mrs. Gary Moore.
Okay. Mrs. Gary.
Yes.
What's the Druid's name?
Tarmesh.
Oh, sorry.
My
Jesus
God,
Christ.
pay attention.
I'm trying to pay
I
attention.
know,
I've
it's-
had a long
it's
day.
confusing.
I've been up since 4:30. Oh my God.
So
Can I show the meat to Tarmesh then?
Sure.
Tarmesh, this is their food source.
Look at my meat.
check out my stinky meat.
And we're talking about those
Is it supposed to be
owlbears,
slimy
right?
like this?
Tarmesh, I
We're
got a
talking
big
those
bucket of
owlbears,
meat
right?
here for you.
That's what they're examining is the owlbears?
No,
No,
the
they-
meat that they
They
Yeah,
brought
they're
their
the
chum
food
buckets.
source.
They already examined the
bucket of
owlbears.
food.
In the area where the owlbears are, they're looking at the meat that he put in the chum bucket. There's nothing wrong aside from being raw meat. There's nothing really wrong with the meat.
I say, back when I was young, and me and the youngins and my brothers and sisters used to be sick with the worms. Mother would prepare a delicious bowl of soup and set it in front of us. And the mere scent of that delicious soup would have the worms crawling out of us as it went to go and devour it.
Oh,
and then
while
Mother
we
would
were
snatch
conscious.
them up.
That's good
Let's
soup.
try and do the same with these owlbears, shall we? Let's present to it this delectable feast and see if any of the worms come crawling out for us to examine. So I'll take a bucket of the chum and I'll just kind of place it in front of the dead bodies and the
You give up
orifices
a bucket of chum?
the
Would-
thing.
well, I think we should keep some of this, but
Oh,
take
there's a
some.
whole bunch, isn't there? I thought
There's
Well,
a-
no, I
there's
just
a
brought
ton
my
of
buckets.
yeah, so I'll just take a little bit
Oh,
from the
they're all
giant
over the
tubs.
place?
Yeah.
No, there's not. They're
Is
in
there
one
just
place.
the one bucket?
There's the one bucket that you have in your hand.
Use some of it. We might need some of it for later, but
Yeah, I'll
give
take
it,
a
give it
little.
a shot.
I'll just put it in
Take
front
some
of
meat.
like
Take some of the
the
meat.
mouth in particular and other orifices where it might draw out any worms that may be living inside because they see a more delicious meal.
Put a little on the front and a
There-
little on the back, and
You
see
see
what happens.
movement.
I said that's a
in
great
the belly
idea.
area,
I
but you
will
see
do
well,
so.
no more movement in the belly
As
area.
Mobius provides.
But
Lift the
it's a
tail.
smoldering ruin
Make
inside
room.
the body of this one because you lit a fire.
Yep.
Right. So it's all smoking and charred inside here. There are no worms
Oh, we're in the
left
displacement.
inside.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
okay.
ended up shooting it.
You went
instead.
back to the owlbear. So you went
Didn't you
back.
come back?
Yes, I
Oh,
went back to
okay,
the elevator
okay, sorry,
to collect
sorry,
the
sorry,
specimen.
sorry.
I only shot it though. I didn't end up letting it go.
So you put the meat in front of the displacer beast. Right.
Yeah, whatever.
No
we
worms
want.
crawl. No worms crawl out of the displacer.
Are they tempted by the food?
They are
Oh,
held in a
oh.
they are held in like a
Alright.
magical slumber, and this guy is concentrating on keeping them that way.
And currently, the druid has asked me to try and find it.
I make like a perception check on the area.
Yes.
See what I see around.
Yes.
Can I be guided by the gods?
Very well. Let Asmodeus
Good
protect
gods.
us and guide us. +3.
That's 20.
Oh,
Nice,
buddy!
23. You know everything
Come on.
now.
Work Asmodeus into it. It happens with his nat 20 because you know he actually specifically called upon him and it was granted.
I
Yeah,
did.
that's
I did
pretty-
call upon
He
him
literally
directly.
did,
Yeah.
and he was granted it, and it was a
Do
nice.
you give thanks to his
I do. I get. And thank you, sir. Not only did you guide me with your number, you guided me with the die.
By his number.
In life and in die.
So
Asmodeus sees and
By the
Asmodeus
number
gives.
of
Ask him for
That's all I'll
sample.
say.
In
I don't
his,
need it, I'm
in his
sold already.
quest,
It's
he
all already,
inadvertently
yeah.
starts starts talking about a number, and it's Asmodeus's number. One of Asmodeus's many numbers. And he
Number of the beast.
he notes
Sorry,
that there
I've
is
seen
an
them twice.
awful lot of urine that has been spilled all over the place. So there's a lot of like pools of urine like all over the place that are not drying up. So and I mean it's cat pee, but it's like displacer beast cat pee, so it's probably worse.
Yeah.
But
It's just everywhere.
Cat pee is
there's a
awful.
lot of it. Yes.
Lots of uric acid.
I don't really know what that would indicate, and neither would my character.
Can I do an insight check to see if it's not dissipating because it's old, or it's not dissipating because it's fresh? Or can we already tell that it's not fresh?
Well,
Squirrel here.
it's so you can roll for it, sure.
I mean, they might spray to mark their territory. But
No, there's a lot.
Oh.
They've
They're probably
They're-
protecting that.
8, 9,
10.
I only got 10. I took 10 on it. So
No, 10.
would that be enough? I don't know if it's fresh or if it's old.
Well, it's wet.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Fresh
what,
enough.
what is fresh enough?
But you also notice that their water dishes, where they would gather get water, is empty.
They've been drinking a lot and marking.
They've been
a
trying to
lot.
flush this.
Yeah, they're trying to get
Ooh,
something.
either
out.
that or they've just been
Good
left
idea.
out to die. Maybe their human handlers have died and then didn't give them more water,
Well, their
and then
human
they
handler's
eventually died.
standing
as
there
well.
with us.
Yeah, yeah.
So I filled that up this morning. I filled that up. Sorry.
Yeah, they're
last
trying to
night-
flush something out of their system for sure. Do we have anybody that can like detect magic or like do an Arcana check or something on it?
24 insight on that human guy.
He's legit. Like he honestly cares about these
24,
creatures,
wow.
despite the fact that these are displacer beasts. But I'll say on your insight check, get the intuition that maybe you should check the other water dishes. The other, if it was ingested and it's not in the food, then it might perhaps come from the water. So
We've got keys.
yeah, you got keys. You check them. Sure enough, the panda enclosure thing that you know that is the only place you guys have been so far is also dry.
I'll go with. I'm just going to just for research purposes. I'm going to take a bunch of the owlbear feathers and maybe take a moment and take a little bit of
You're gonna
just yanking out some feathers.
Harvest the animal in front of
take
their
some owlbear feathers
desecrate it.
and you pull out a bone
It's
saw
for research.
to cut off part of the beak.
Yeah, the feathers I get.
Does this
research.
actually really happen?
I want to have the classiest back scratcher, authentic panda bear beak, owl panda bear beak back scratcher. Yeah,
So I just take
Grind
some
it up.
bits and
that's
pieces.
it.
Sell it
How
as
long
an
will that be?
aphrodisiac.
The magic
Shark fin soup.
Yeah, that's a bit of a procedure.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Yeah,
stretch.
you get the feathers. You get some feathers, but without.
Can I hack off the beak?
What? You bash a dead animal's beak with your weapon.
It's for research as I'm smashing it off.
Ruby's not so sure about you joining our party.
He
That's why.
begins massacring the body of a deceased.
He told me to
animal.
watch him. And I was like,
I need this to try and figure out what happened.
Yeah, sure enough. If you set, so what do you do once the owl bear? You see the owl bear's water trough.
We'll bring the dish with us and just say, is there anything?
Should I roll a perception check for your?
He has advantage on.
So we roll it, or you got 2 20s in hand.
No.
He sees that there are other empty watering things, right? Notices the absence of a well, though.
Where do you get the water? Come back to the main.
There we go. So we have actually a natural spring that runs down from the hill behind us, where we gather up the water for the animals, and it's served us well for over 20 years. Why do you think there's something? Do you think the cause is the water? So you go, you get a sample of the water.
Yeah.
So you go get a sample of the water, and now you have a sample of the water, and what's
Feathers in the beak.
feathers and shards.
I think I can.
It didn't come off in a clean cut. It kind of shattered in parts. It's like a broken seashell with a tongue in it. Delicious.
Can I add that Albert tongue as well?
Yeah, you can use it to tickle your fancy.
There will be a market. There's going to be a market for Albert tongue somewhere.
Oh God. Of course, Justinian Trugood looking for a market for young owlbear tongue.
When my character, when V walks by and he sees Justin Trudeau in that
It's
pile
not
of
Justin Trudeau, it's Justinian Trugood.
Justinian
Good.
Trugood in that pile of animal carcass that he said that he repeatedly bludgeoned until it's just a mess. I said, "Oh, Justinian Trudeau, just as I have been told, no self-control whatsoever. Ah, my son, you have much to learn." And I kind of pat him on the shoulder and walk away with him, kind of like, you know how those old guys do it? They kind of like walk with their hand on their shoulder off into kind of like the moonlight. I do one of those kinds of things while talking to him about the greatness that is Asmodeus.
Into the Moonlight's where I lost track of that one.
Yeah. Or sunlight, midday, whatever. As we advanced forwards, he just kind of gave, you know, the old man kind of walk and hug.
Yeah.
You know,
kinda
I
looking
was,
at you
I was
like-
good up until the Moonlight.
What's going
This
on
is a
right
strange
now?
relationship we got.
This is very odd.
So,
Does anybody have a nature? Who's best at nature to investigate this water? Probably the druid and the druid. would
so
probably be a
the
good
druid
tag
tells
team.
you it's the second I start concentrating on other things, I risk losing concentration on these animals that are sick and angry, and even at their most well-behaved, vicious killers.
We should leave this pen.
And the second I stop
The
frustrating
water
animals, I
over
would
here.
imagine them waking up, and even a disoriented displacer beast is dangerous. Some might not hazard a guess and say more dangerous.
Do you have any tools, colors, or magical colors, or some? How do you usually contain these things?
I'm maintaining them in slumber currently.
But what do you usually do? Just have
I
them locked
don't.
up?
These aren't my
It's not
creatures.
him.
Okay.
Or you ask the zookeeper.
So,
Okay.
so you were called in. This guy was called
Yeah,
in.
he was
to
called
help.
in to help, yeah.
Okay. I'll ask the zookeeper. What do you usually do with these guys?
We leave them the fuck alone.
How do they get here? How do you bring them here?
They were
Transport them here?
tranquilized.
Tranquilize.
brought
Do
in
we
in a
have
cage.
tranquilizers?
We don't need to. We just need to leave this pen.
I
And
agree,
look
but
at
if
the
we
water
could,
outside.
that they may or may not allow us to do that if we can tranquilize them. I see them chasing us if we can
Do
tranquilize
I
them
have
first.
tranquilizer darts? No, because I have someone who is a druid who I can call for to help me.
What do you do when you don't have a druid?
I do.
But if you don't, you don't always have a druid. You must have something. You must
He
have
can keep
something.
concentration until he
Yeah,
gets
Nothing
out.
else makes sense. There must be something.
They're very expensive.
It's cool
To
to
not
exist,
have to
that's
use
all.
those darts.
If it was a
They're
ritual.
expensive darts.
Always have a master druid around.
Have one on call. He's not
If you
cheap.
need it.
To which the druid is like, "You're darn right, I'm not cheap."
As he stands there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I've been here for 4 hours as it is.
What are you trying to do?
well, Master
He's
Wizard,
maintaining the fact that
you
these
seem like a
these
bright guy.
displacer
I'll
beasts
follow
are
your lead. I'm
asleep,
with you.
and
What are
he's
you
been
doing?
trying to come up with what is the source
you
of this
checking
poison?
out?
But he is trying to
I'll
focus
check
on
out
two
with
things,
ya.
right? The main thing is keeping these animals asleep so he can examine them.
We
He's
don't-
been making concentration checks to do so.
We don't
But
need to be in this pen anymore.
To
so
spread
let's-
himself
Yeah,
more
I'm
thin,
down. I'm leaving.
spread himself more thin is a challenge for him. He's quite. He might be at a high level, but
I will.
He's not. Yeah.
he's one-minded.
Not a god.
I will
Yeah.
give him. I will give him at least some guidance on. So, will Asmodeus guide you on your way? As I touch my hand on his shoulder. So, for one of his checks, at least his next one, he does feel. Let's find out exactly.
You say he does.
He feels happy.
+4 on it. He does. He does. It's guidance. It happens automatically.
Yes, he's willing. Is he
He
willing?
doesn't-
No,
He's unwilling.
not the second he invokes a god's name.
Damn, rejected a form. I'll gladly take it.
I don't understand.
I reach over.
God, he's not a nature god. He's not.
That doesn't mean that they wouldn't work together. Are you
He
saying that
doesn't
it?
want it?
Are you saying that if the demons attack the earth, that we wouldn't work together to defend against them, my friend?
I would defend the earth and all the things that live upon it and with it.
And as would I,
Good for
and
you.
as would Lord Asmodeus. As
No,
would
he
you
just
do.
stay where
The
he
spell
is.
specifically says
Willing.
an unwilling person. So he's allowed to be willing.
He is allowed to be unwilling.
He's allowed to be unwilling.
The second a god's name is.
He gets plus 0.
He's like me with someone comes knocking on my door. How do you have a moment to talk about the benefits of our following our Lord and Savior, Joseph Smith? So
It is an unfortunate, and I hope one day you see the light. And he gets his +0 then.
Plus 0.
Enjoy it.
Cool.
Enjoy it
I'll
+0.
drink deep my +0.
Next
We
roll
will-
in that
we
one.
will leave
Fuck you.
and investigate the water outside.
Everyone backs out. He's the last one out. He stops his concentration, and about 6 seconds later, they stand up. Then they start fighting at each other right away. Like, as soon as they wake up, they start fighting at each other, trying to behaving like very, very savage animals. You haven't seen the D&D movie, you said it. It was really good.
It's good by movie standard. If you like it's a
As
it's a
Dungeons and
movie that
Dragons
people who
movies
like
go,
fantasy
it's
but
the
know
best.
nothing
Better
about
than
D&D.
the others.
Yeah. Well, better than the other ones. There was a few other ones.
No, there's Dungeons. You know the Wayans brother one.
And there were Snails the Row.
It's
Never
quality,
heard
but
of
good
it.
quality
Part 2 and a
Marvel
part 3.
movie. Like a
Yeah,
higher
but
level.
but the second part
Well done,
was
Marvel.
a better story, but really B-rated.
Was it?
Really B. Not really.
There was
B,
actually
like,
one.
effects.
There was actually a Dungeons and Dragons. I forget what it was called, but it had like a dragon on it as well, and it was really good, man. Like it was. a
There's
Dungeons
one that
and
was
Dragons movie.
definitely a B movie.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it
It
had
was
like
good.
good effects
You
in
like
it,
that?
and people died in it, and it was really
That's the
good.
B movie.
Yeah.
You like jazz?
Which one?
Wasn't Jeremy Irons in one?
Yeah, he was.
What was it? What was it
one
called,
with the Wayans.
The Wayans brothers.
Okay, yeah.
Where they got the
and the kid from Smallville.
the staff of dragon summoning.
Yeah, the Empress. The and all Wayans, that stuff.
Snails.
He was,
the Row.
which is hilarious that he was in. Really great actor.
And no one in that cast has ever played that. Apparently, it's very obvious. The new one, I think they all played. I think they all played at least for background.
Well, the writers definitely.
Yeah. It was really good. They did a really good job. Anyway, so you step back and you go and you examine the water. How do you examine the water? And then we'll end with the information. Like you got it. You got it, right? Like
Yeah, they'll need
It's contaminated.
the druids
So
will
good.
check it. See if they
That's
notice
feeling a
anything.
little weird.
In the same time,
because
you and I will
if they
investigate.
could cast like purify food and drink, it doesn't purifies it. It doesn't tell you what was wrong with it.
Yeah, like, and I can cast that as a ritual, though.
Well, we don't want to purify it. We want to know
Exactly.
what's wrong with it.
So I didn't offer it like we did
So-
at the last place.
Give me an investigation check if you want. If you're holding up to the light, you're
I
like
can do that.
I'll
Wait,
assist- I'll
All off
assist
your
you.
guidance.
You get advantage and then guidance as well.
Yeah, +1.
Cool. God.
As you guys are holding up to the light, you catch a faint, like, pinky kind of sheen in the water, and then it's gone. And then you try to like position it again to see it again, and you can't catch the light exactly the way you did before. But there's like a pink sheen in the water, not on the surface, like in the water. And then it's like it's gone.
Tell that to people around. Know
Right.
anything about what that is? I assume, yeah. So should I just assume there's poison in this?
There's something.
There's something in it, but like in all likelihood, it's poison. I mean, I got a 25. I don't know.
That's
What to think.
that's to me would have spotted the thing.
No. It would be handy, but I don't have that.
So he doesn't detect poison. He doesn't detect a disease, right?
Yeah, it's definitely in the water. There's something
Yeah,
in the
it's
water.
not poisoned. It's a disease, and it's
Should we go to like check the source of the water? Like, should we go to that river and see like where do you guys collect? I
it's a
guess-
natural spring.
but where do they collect the water to give to the animals?
So right
It
here,
just
this little vein
trickles
that
down
comes
into
down, this ridge line comes down, and it pools like around here, like right around like the house where they live. Like she's been drinking the water.
We
You
do an
Oh.
investigation check for
Stop.
footprints or
Yeah.
know? I should stop drinking the water, I guess. So
So
she
there's
right
something
now
under
she
this
feels
mountain
fine.
again.
So I just want to figure out where in the chain the poison is being added to this water. Is it happening at the source? Is it happening further down the chain? Like,
this is an excellent
Well, there's,
Is there a
Where-
pyramid
if there
in
was
the
an
middle of the
elder god
water?
under that up last place, there's gotta be
Pyramid.
something under this.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like what's that? Yarash's
Yarash's pyramid. You got it, buddy. Yarash's pyramid.
But I feel like we should probably be checking where this poison is coming from. At what point
Yeah,
is it
the
being
source.
added to the line of water?
Oh.
Something
Can we
under
do
the
like
hill.
an art?
I agree, this young man is
You can make an Arcana check.
I'll assist you.
What is
One.
You've been assisted, so you get advantage
Yeah.
though.
we get
Look at it from
advantage.
the side.
And you've been guidance.
That's letter
for
I.
additional plus
Oh,
three.
wait a minute. Why is the top brown?
So you really
Arcana. Do I have Arcana? Arcana's intelligence.
My arcana check
Is
is-
Arcana intelligence? Yep, it is.
nice.
It's in.
I will also.
So,
Oh,
26.
wait, I'll
Not
also bless you for
Not
plus
good.
1.
so, well, you know, you guys have
20
been
of
under
us
the
there.
some of the caves. Well, you can only assume that there's more, and you know there's evil afloat within it. And you guys are already supposed to be on your way all the way over to here to find out what was going on in Twin Songs. And just the quick pit stop at the Menagerie is already revealing that there's some kind of poison or disease going on here. So while you guys are checking this stuff out, he's looking at this dead maggot, this maggot that you killed. Tells you it's weird. I don't often see this kind of banding or coloring on very much things, except for rust monsters.
Rust monster.
Bum, bum, bum.
They're like these creatures that dwell underground.
There's one
He's
head up
explaining
there.
to you.
And then
They-
there was
they-
the,
They dwell underground and they
crawler.
eat
Wait,
mother
metal and,
queen
like
eggs
magical
very
metals,
near it.
stuff like that, and they're
Crossbreeding.
capable of destroying anything made of metal, magical or not.
Oh,
This
magical.
sounds.
They get
Yeah,
a, magic
magical
gets a
too.
saving throw.
Right.
Have to be magical to get a saving throw against it.
This sounds troubling it? Have there been past situations where
Well,
this has been a problem?
No, whenever a nest is found, normally around civilized areas, they're rooted out and destroyed fairly quickly.
Feels like we need to do that.
But the fact that they're, why is this maggot? How did this maggot come across? Start take on both properties of a carrion crawler and a.
Would something like this happen naturally, or would someone need to cross these things?
Would have had. I think this would have
You,
had to been
you
done
already
on
know
purpose.
the
Would this
What do you
job?
think you do? Roll an intelligence check.
Is it?
It's all getting kind of foggy.
Is it intelligence or an insight or?
It could be an insight check.
Roll off you the guidance +4.
I got a 15.
On your intelligence check?
I got a 19 on my insight without the plus.
So
Thank you anyway.
Oh, well, then I got.
I will. Asmodeus was always here for you.
Yes, he is.
So both of you guys pieced together kind of at the same time. Oh, you never saw the rust monster.
You told me on the ship.
Oh, you told me. Okay. So clearly, those people have been combining.
Yeah, I'm the only one
These
who
two
saw
creatures.
the rust monster. And,
Well, you said,
and
but you
the
guys
mother.
and the mother. You described it to him.
I thought that he had. Oh no, wait! You walked by the one.
But you
Bard.
would have described it to him on the ship
On the
on the
ship,
way
I
back.
think the bard.
Pretty sure they were a bard.
Was it a bard?
I'd like to sing
What are
anyway.
my last words?
Dude.
I hope they were.
Actually, I
So-
think you were eating slime off the floor.
So
That's
you
where
were-
you licking the walls.
Right.
The
So
floors.
both of you,
They were not
Tripping.
pleasant.
you piece the two of you put it together. These people have been siphoning off whatever fluid they were getting from some like some large extra dimensional elder god like thing that's trapped in the rock. It can't leave. And you've seen its healing properties. You hacked like a hole almost, or did 100 damage to it,
Mhm.
and it was healed up within like 30 seconds.
Did you really do 100 damage?
A shit ton of damage.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it was healing like quickly, like without. Yeah, and
My bard would have been like.
so you
10
piece
damage.
together like they're using something about that property. Again, you didn't have no one stopped to investigate the alchemy setup that you guys stumbled across. But now you're starting to regret that decision. Perhaps you would have had more information about how they were doing it,
Our
or
former party leader made some poor decisions and rushed us through areas we should have
The
spent
Poor
bard
decisions.
wanted to do that, but
Although
was-
I did sever
Follow
the,
the leader.
I severed the
Hey, why don't we look at
gods
that?
tubes.
you
We
took
slayed
the
a-
tubes off of it,
Yeah.
We
right?
slayed a purple worm and got the information we needed. It's unfortunate that I had to pay the price to ensure that the party got it safely.
Sure, you didn't slay the
Or I
purple
need
worm.
Drakkar Noir.
Yeah.
I had to
You,
pay
you
the
wouldn't
price.
know that.
I think he
I'm
killed
just
one little
saying
side
this
guy
po-
off on a
this
side passage
boys-
or something.
I did.
It was worm-like.
That was part of it.
And it was purple.
Part of his contribution. Just a part.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, he was there.
I know that guy. It was him. So, you guys now have, and it calls into question, since you guys know like about like now what those grubs are, about who wanted them, ordered them brought off the ship so quickly, and where they are now. You've been told they were in holding tanks, right? Until they could be examined further.
Sleeping.
And yet here you are finding
How much time has passed though?
a day and a half.
Yeah, not bad.
So lots happened in a day and a half then.
You guys have been kicking a hornet's nest. Right. Well, not you guys. You weren't there, and neither was Sauvignon. But the party in general has been kicking a hornet's nest. They can't track you down.
He was there in spirit. In some ways, he still is there. In some ways.
So, you guys are at the menagerie. What you discovered this, and there's not much you can do unless you want to go to the source of the water. Do whatever your next game, you can either head to the source of the spring water, which means finding the menagerie and heading up the hill, or carrying on as you were instructed to find out the goings on
Yeah.
in Twin Songs.
Is it an underwater spring or is it like a?
It's a freshwater spring that comes down the side of the mountain.
Which
Like
could
not underneath it?
could be
Well,
sourcing
a little
Bubbles up
twins as
somewhere.
well, right?
So where
yes,
does it
yes, I
meet,
need this.
though?
Thank you, sir.
So it comes from the top
This
of
is
the
important. Very important.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna suggest we carry on. We know where the source is coming from, and we know that that hill.
So who else gets
It's gonna
water from
feed
this?
it-
Like,
well,
obviously
everybody.
You do the zookeeper. Does most of the town get water from this?
I'm assuming everyone outside the city walls.
The
potentially.
well on this side of the town is fed from springs that naturally flow from underground.
We need to report this to the guards that they need to.
Well, we'll get on it right away. We'll make sure that we send word out post haste. And so next game you guys are carrying on to Twin Songs, yes?
Twin Songs.
Well, can I also say that I say, "Come with me, young man. Let us go and do the town a favor." And I'm gonna go and take the other cleric and we'll ritual cast cleanse water on the
Yeah, I'll help
on the
with
well.
That seems like a good deed. Let's do some good deeds together.
Very well. We shall, of course, do many good deeds.
You're both going to cleanse the well,
Yeah. We're gonna do it together.
purify food and drink. Is that what you're doing?
I think that it's a ritual cast.
You can have
I don't
I
have
did-
that
I did-
loaded up though.
I don't think you need it loaded
If
up.
it's a
That's a ritual
ritual-
cast. You just spend 10 minutes doing it.
But you have to be of a level high enough to cast.
Yeah.
It's lower level, isn't it?
First level. Okay. Do you have the ritual caster key?
No, so we can't do it. I thought it was a ritual cast.
It is ritual.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I thought that ritual cast feed allowed you to do a non-ritual as a ritual. But
Clerics
if it
get
had
it.
ritual,
Sorcerers
just
don't
do
get
it.
it right away.
That's
I don't
what
know
we're
if clerics get
clerics.
it right away. You're
Yeah.
a cleric.
So I'm pretty sure that we can
I
both
guess that's
of
why
us.
I've
actually
multi-classed.
go
We
to
get
either
some
of
fun
sure.
stuff.
It doesn't even list
All right.
source.
No, they don't get it. No.
Yep.
Paladins can do it too. But you don't have ritual caster.
My carriage is about to turn
No,
into a
no.
pumpkin, friends. I
So
must
JJ,
aware-
we're gonna end it here.
All
shortly
right,
anyway.
that's the end. Red Tail Road.
So you guys
Thanks,
purify
friends.
food and drink. You guys cleanse the well. Look at you all.
Yes.
Look
Praise-
at you all.
Praise
Good
Asmodeus.
friends.
People say,
Good
thank you
deeds.
so much. And I say,
And our
praise
taxes
not me,
go up.
praise
So I get to
Asmodeus,
see-
for Asmodeus is the one from which the power comes to have cleansed your well. And then they all go, praise Asmodeus,
Sensei
praise
DM.
Asmodeus, praise Asmodeus.
Oh, that should be your new
Praise
name,
Asmodeus.
Sensei DM. Sunday,
I'm home.
if
Sunday.
you're home.
Be home Sunday. I might still be home Sunday.
All
That should
right.
be your new name,
I'm trying to
Sensei
get
DM.
And that's the end of it.
That's kind of an awesome
We'll
name.
leave it here.
I like it.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you. It was fun.
Everybody.
See you later, Jeff.
Signing off.
Good
to see you, Steve. It's been a while.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I didn't know if we'd actually use the setup.
Posterity.
I feel bad. I feel like an idiot. I built it back.